Okay. How are you
Well,
putting
I'm
Ash
going
on the
to.
spot?
All right, Ash.
It's me.
Okay, who talks more, me or Yumi?
You.
I win.
Ooh,
I'm
really?
good at something.
He does
I'm
right
good at
now.
something.
You tell me that I
No,
don't
no,
shut up all the time.
He
not
talks
right
more
now.
right
I'm talking
now.
about in general,
I don't know.
like yesterday and
Ash is
everything.
too tired for you to ask him all these questions.
Wake your ass up, Ash.
There's too many variables in that question.
They're true. I'll give you that one.
Do we talk about raw amount of talking?
gonna
Because
head out.
during
Have a good one.
games.
You too. Have
No,
a good
I'm
time.
quiet. You're right. I don't say anything. I'm dead
Yeah,
quiet.
exactly. And she just keeps talking as well during those times. But then, you know.
Outside game is a different story.
You know, I have a question. Settle a debate type question. Earlier, I was talking to Evan about me getting pulled over and like getting a warning for a speeding ticket. And Ash really can't answer this question because he lives in Timbuktu. But is it
Oh, yeah.
normal to get a warning as a speeding ticket instead of a ticket? I feel like it's
It
normal. I've
depends
mostly
on your
gotten warnings.
color and gender, and I'm not kidding.
That's what he
Yeah,
said.
I
He
was
said
gonna
it's
say
pretty
it depends on your
privileged.
color in
And
general.
I'm not like it's
gender.
not pretty. I usually get warnings. I've been pulled over like 10-ish times for speeding, and I think I've gotten like one ticket.
Yeah, that's normal for a girl. Like their cops seem like they're more lenient on girls, not trying to be sexist or anything, but it's
To
true.
be fair, when I get pulled over, I hand over my driver's license and I always hand over my military spouse ID at the same time. I'm like,
Yeah, you'll get let off the hook a lot more than normal.
like I'm
I was
kind of
gonna
one of
say,
you guys,
You'll
you
get
know?
let off the hook a lot.
yeah, they'll let you off the hook because you have these things that you can tease them with looking at and
I feel like
get away with stuff.
I don't flirt like with cops. I'm not like, oh please officer, I didn't realize the speed limit sign. You know, I'm not like that. I
Guy
just
gets
say, oh let me get my insurance.
a guy
Okay,
gets pulled
here.
over.
Wait, what?
It's like,
How does that work?
Oh
right?
Ash, you don't know what
You-
it's like to
you-
get pulled over.
You get. I will not say what I was gonna say, but if you get pulled over,
No, back up. You have to say it. You done brought it up. Now you have to say it.
If you get pulled over, why would you need insurance?
You show your car insurance
Why? What does the police have to do with your car insurance?
to make sure your car is like registered. I guess I don't know. But you have
Yeah, I
to
was
you have to
gonna
Just
say,
show
run
it.
your plates if they want to know that.
Well, okay. They don't. I don't know. I don't know the reason. I've never been a cop, but yeah, they don't. They like say license and registration. You give them your driver's license. You show them your insurance, but you're supposed to have it printed out. But I don't because I don't have a printer, so I just like use my phone. And sometimes they go,
Okay.
you know, and they kind of sassy about it. But I'm like, oh, I don't know.
And if you must know, Kato, I was gonna make a snappy remark about being pulled over into bend over. You can fill in the
see,
gaps.
All
yeah,
right.
I got it. But see, no, I have to. You can't just bring it up and be like, no, I'm not gonna say it. You know, I'm gonna get your ass to say it. Can't do me like that.
Ash,
I
do you
don't want
like
to
my
be you
2
at all.
copies?
You know what? Fuck you, Ash. That's not what I meant. Damn it.
But it is what you said.
Uh-huh.
So here's a
I'm bad
question
with
for
words.
you. What kind of
I'm
coffee do
bad
you
with
drink?
words.
This is an
And
iced coffee, which
yeah,
I got
I think.
when I got
What
the
kind of?
iced coffee. The guy was like, oh, "Iced coffee? It's cold out." I was like, "Hand me the cup. Don't talk to me." Chick-fil-A workers talk too much. They do. They don't shut up. I just want them to
You know,
like just give me my food.
I know it's an iced coffee. Man, what kind of coffee? What kind of flavor?
This is French vanilla, and this is I don't know.
Well, that one's empty.
Oh, I drank all of it. I drank this one first, because this one tastes worse, and it has more coffee in it. And this is more sugary, and it tastes good.
See,
I have a system.
Wait.
Chick-fil-A doesn't have they don't have large coffees. There's only one size. This is the only size you can get, and this is tiny. This is for babies. This is the coffee you give your child when you're like, I don't want them to have that much caffeine. for legal reasons, that was a joke. I don't give my kids coffee. But my sister, my sister-in-law, unironically, she does. She gives her five 5-year-old coffee, and I'm like, bro, you crazy? I don't know how you be doing. Like, oh, you can have a couple sips, and he'll drink like half the cup, and I'm like, that can't be good for kids. I feel like it's not good for kids, but whatever. I digress. Not my business. I made it awkward. Do you guys give your
No.
kids coffee? I don't know. Like, is that a hot take?
I don't think my kids drink coffee.
Hmm. Good. I'm worried about your kids now.
Well,
I don't
any
have
kids that I would have, I don't think they'll be able to think for themselves just yet. It's gonna take a couple of months.
a couple of. No, it takes way longer than that. Babies are stupid. Don't clip that. But they
I was
are
gonna say,
like
maybe
they don't know what they're doing. They're just vibing. We were watching Breaking Bad. Finished it. By the way, I finished it. Finished it.
oh,
But
great show, great
we were
show.
watching Breaking Bad, and like they had the scene with like the baby or whatever, and Evan was like, "Oh my goodness, it must be so boring to be a baby and just like looking at the back of a car seat. Like that's got to be so boring." And I'm like, "Not really, because babies, every experience is a new experience. Like everything they see is like, whoa, you're like, yeah, it's just a car seat to you, but like it's a fabric they've never seen their whole life. It's like the way the sun hits everything. It's just is new and different. It's like I think you underestimate how boring babies are. Like they're so little is interesting to them. Like you go like this, and they're like, whoa, their whole world
Whoa,
is
it's a
like,
finger going left to right.
dude, yes, babies loved it. Baby loved it. Mm, mm. Dude, I love doing TikTok dances in front of. So I used to work with like little kids, and I would do like TikTok dances with them. They they would loved it. Obviously, not like some of the TikTok, like the silly ones. The one where it goes like, I put my hand up on my hip. I did that one with my kids, not with my school kids. What one was trending around the time when I was a teacher? I can't remember, but there was this trending dance that I would do to them all the time, and they loved it. But it wasn't like a twerking one. It wasn't like bad.
So did you post your AMA yet?
No, should I?
Maybe you should.
I don't think I have my phone at my desk. I have this phone.
Okay, go get it.
You're bossy. Yes, sir.
You like it though. Yeah, see, she lied to me. She said it was up. It's not even up.
What's up?
The Q&A.
Oh, yeah,
I went to go look at. You told me it was up. I was all ready for it, and not even up.
I'm not gonna. I don't think I should post it because it's like embarrassing. I
Oh
don't
my!
like to be like in people's face, being like, "Oh, well, you guys should message me." It's like annoying. I
Okay.
hate self-advertising. I think it's my least favorite part about like being an influencer or whatever. It's like I don't like talking to people and like being like, "Hey, you should give me attention." Well, put,
Well,
you know.
if
Oh,
you want
Evan said I should
attention,
make that a meme. I should make a gif of me spitting into the camera.
if you want attention, which nose should we boob?
Which nose?
Yeah.
This one? I think you know which one. Boop. Wait, wait, shoot. I was using the camera. Just messing up my center bounce. I was like looking at that to like, when you like try to do something and you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you like poke yourself. Well, time to be quiet. She said she didn't want people to talk to her. At least you're obedient. At least you know how to listen. Did I send my streak out today?
I don't know. Did you? I learned not to comment on random pictures all that much.
What do you mean?
Well, don't want to repeat what happened a few weeks ago, I think.
What'd you do a few weeks ago?
I was like, don't you remember she sent this morning? I think you went out to go coffee. And you were like, yeah, but those were only streaks or something. And I was like, ah, that's awkward. I think it was with Grit.
Ash, I'm gonna message you. Wait, check your Snapchat, Ash. Wait, dang it, where are you? Ugh! I have to scroll so far.
I'm at
Where are
home.
you? No, like you're. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. That made it a lot easier. I was trying to find you and I was like scrolling. I guess a lot of people had texted me.
Well, you are a little Miss Popular.
No, I just get mostly spam. Dang it, I forgot what I was gonna say. You know what I love about TikTok? It tells you like who's the viewers. That's pretty cool. That's cute. I love that. I would also, unrelated, like to stick my head in the ground. Completely unrelated. Not related at all. Anyway, how's everybody's day?
My day
Pretty.
is pretty good so far.
It's raining for the first time in a month, maybe.
I like the rain. I like watching the rain. The vibe. I feel like I should do something. I feel like I'm boring.
Be you. Oh.
I watched a video today, and it was Tyler One guessing a champion. It was doing that game where you like have a champion like on your forehead, and then you like ask questions like, "Is it a tank? Is it?" And he had singed up, and he was like, "Is it a tank?" And the guy was like, "Yes." And he was like, "Okay, is it a top laner?" And they were like, "Yes." And he was like, "Okay, is it like Malphite, um, Ornn?" And he was asking like if it was AP or if it was AD, and he said it was AP. And went through all the questions, and he could not guess Singed. And at the end, he looked at it, he was like, "This is not a tank. Singed is a bruiser, a AP bruiser." And technically, we looked it up. Singed is listed as a tank, which is BS because he doesn't build any tank items. I was on his side. I was like when he said, "Is it a tank?" and he said yes, I'm like, "No, it's not. Singed isn't a tank. Tank. I don't want to. It's embarrassing. Can someone else post my AMA?"
No. You'll have to do
I
it.
don't want to. It's embarrassing. Because people are gonna see it and they'll be like, "Oh my goodness, this annoying girl again asking
But
for questions."
you're so cute today. You've got an extra set of eyes. You've got the cat ears.
Not cute. Have you read Singed Passive? I mean, no, I actually don't know. I don't know what Singed does. I just feel like he's way more bruiser than tank. Because like, when has a Singed ever built Sunfire? When has a Singed ever built Warmog or Heartsteel? Like he's not building those items. Those are tank items. He's building Leandres. He's building Rylai's. Those aren't tank items. Aaron, are you trying to? Do you need help? Oh, then press A. Oh, I think that one's broken. Yeah, you have to do a different one. Warmog said just call. Is it really? I've never seen it. I feel like I'm getting lied to. I feel like I'm getting gaslit. Okay, fine. I'll post my AMA, but I won't be happy about it. I'm gonna change my so bright. But it's better for selfies. Way worse for stream. So don't look at me or your eyes. I'm done. Push the pink. Looks better. Oh dang it! I didn't like that picture. Look how bad I look in that picture. Face looks bad. I don't like it. I just look sad in that one. I'm bad at this. If I could get fired, I would. I've never been fired at a job my entire life, actually. I do look sad in that one. Totally gaslighting you when one of the best Singed players in the world builds it. Yeah. The fact that you said best player and Singed in the same sentence is just an oxymoron. Evan makes fun of me because he says that I like suck in my cheeks whenever I take a selfie. I don't think I do. Like that? I don't do that. Why is nobody talking anymore? I feel so alone.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm out of it.
No, you're okay. I think Ash is typing in the thing to like boost algorithms. The sweetheart.
Wait, where am I typing?
You
My
in the
twin just
chat.
killed with me.
What? No. Wait, does typing in Twitch chat boost algorithm?
Yeah, technically. I don't care enough.
Huh.
But it does technically. I feel like I look so bad in this picture, but whatever. We're rolling it. Do you approve, Ash?
I approve of any pictures.
That was sweet. Okay. In the meantime, while waiting for people to respond to that, wait, I type all the time and Ash gets credit. Ash has been here longer. He gets all the credit. He's been racking it up. That is so mean.
It's better than what he said.
Oh, kept myself safe. Keep myself safe. Is that what you thought that KMS
Yeah.
means? My
No.
dad, unironically, for the longest time growing up, thought WTF meant Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and he was a boss. And he would tell people to be there WTF.
Do
and it was
you
like,
know that 2025 starts with WTF?
what?
2025 starts with WTF.
No, it starts with TW. Wait,
No, it actually
TW.
it starts on Wednesday.
Oh, does it really?
Wednesday, Thursdays, and Friday, yeah.
I can't believe it's almost 2025. That blows my mind. I don't know about your guys' For You page, but I have that one dude that like shot that pew-pewed the healthcare guy is all over my For You page. It's
All
everywhere.
I know, we had the same one yesterday.
Yeah, that was funny. Well, that's a question. My first question so far is why are you so hot? I'm going to answer
So
the same
why
way
is
I
that?
always do. Science. What I always say. I either say science, angles, or filters. What are those three? Gotta give them all of them. Angles, filters.
We need to see some of those angles.
What angles do you want?
Apparently the cute ones.
I don't have cute.
Oh,
I
do I
said
see
I
a
was
hair?
gonna be quiet, and you told me at least I listened. Hint why I didn't talk. I was joking. I was doing a hee hee ha ha. You can talk. You should look into getting a giant Felmish rabbit. Wait, Robbie sent me that. What? Why? I'm. Why is he? I'm googling what a giant Felmish rabbit is. Giant Felmish. Is he drunk right now? What time is it over there, Ash?
6:30.
You better not be drunk already. Oh, that is huge. Oh my goodness.
We don't hear that too often.
No, you don't. That is huge though. Oh my lord. Those are huge. Okay. I'm going to respond to his comment with a picture of a rabbit because those things are adorable.
Wouldn't it be more fun for you to dress up as a rabbit?
Why would I dress up as a rabbit? I have
Because it's hot.
two bunny outfits. Two bunny outfits. That one that I sent you, with the one that cuts out right here. That one that like kind of has the strappies or whatever. Do you know that the outfit I'm talking about?
Black
Black,
one?
yeah, black and pink, and it has a little boob window that has a heart. That one is supposed to be.
Yeah.
It comes with a tail. It's supposed to be it has ears and a tail, but I didn't wear it with the.
I remember.
Hmm.
I might actually get a bunny.
I have a bunny. They're nice.
I mean, my husband is the one that said I should get a rabbit. So like, that sounds like
You
permission.
should.
He's the only person I would need
You,
permission from. Evan will say
you,
yes, always.
well, I'm gonna
Wait,
say you should get a rabbit. They're very lovable and
I said for real,
cozy.
can I get one? And he said please, yes. I get a rabbit. Also,
Yeah.
It feels like Robbie wants one,
I know,
and
Yeah.
he's just gaslighting you into it.
but look
He's just
at.
gaslit
I
because
won't show his face because he doesn't want his face shown. Oh, wait, dang it, I showed it. Wait, let me put my thumb on it strategically. But look at this picture of him. He's a little bubble gun. This is our background. This was on our
Mhm.
1 year anniversary. That's what we did. We were really poor. We went to Walmart and we were like, okay, let's get each other $10 gifts, and that's what our day is gonna be tonight. And so we both had $10 in our hand, walked around, and we both found a bubble gun, and we both bought a bubble gun for each other, and then we went home and just like it was so much fun. It was a good time. Why do you enjoy Yumi so much and know so much about her lore? Um, that's a good question.
see, told you I had
You
a good question. Told you.
wait, Yumi has lore?
Yes, she does. She
Yeah,
is
see,
she is a
I
familiar
told
of
you.
a Yordle, a bunny like Yordle named Nora, and she was going on adventures with Nora because Nora like does researching, and she uses her book to travel to different regions and areas and stuff to get information and categorize it more in the book because she's like a researcher. She's like basically a librarian. If you saw her splash art, it would make sense. She's like got the big glasses and she looks like an old lady. She's really cute. She's actually in I think TFT or Legends of Runeterra, one of the related to League games. So she has her own splash art. Like she's a character, just not in League.
I don't know. This sounds a lot like a made-up second monitor kind of thing.
No, 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 no. It's still for real. And like the way Yumi is lost, the way she got lost and everything, is she was on a little mission with Nora, and something like shit went sideways. Something went down, and Nora was like, "Leave," and then like went ah, and then she teleported in book. And so she's trying to find where it is, like where she left Nora, and she can't find it. So, but that is a cute bunny.
Okay.
Mm.
Hmm.
Anyway, to answer your
See,
question, um, because she's the best. That's honestly the real reason why. But I will dignify it with an actual.
Does that
see, I
mean that
told you.
does that mean if
Good
you want to
question.
get matching names on Lake, you should pick out Nora?
Ooh, that would be cute.
Hmm. Oh wait, I got another one. I think I'll ask. Got this.
You should ask her if she likes old ladies.
Why?
But you ask if I have like a guild kink or something.
No.
No, wait.
Well, you know, she was in a car accident,
Nora?
but apparently
I
it
was.
wasn't. No, you with an old lady.
Oh, it was not an accident. I no, this
You did
this
it on
girl was
purpose?
she was sensitive. You know what? I would next time I'm doing it on purpose. No, she was dramatic. She was so dramatic.
But you forgot about it already, so
Yeah, because she
hopefully
was
it didn't leave
dramatic.
much of an.
No, because there was no impression to have. It wasn't a crash. I lightly touched her. Like if I would have gotten out of my car and went to her car, it would have done as much damage. Like if I would have just smacked it with my hand. No, she was dramatic. But I already can feel the hate of like, but you hit someone else's car. That's so. What if she would have died? I don't know. She was
Yeah,
fine.
what if
She was
she
fine.
got a heart attack?
I was at a red light and I just like slightly let go of my brake, which was my fault. And I shouldn't have hit her. I shouldn't have touched that other vehicle. Whatever.
No, you
At
should
the
have hit
same
her
time,
harder.
next time I will. Next time for
If
sure.
she's gonna
She
complain, give her a
called the
reason to
cops on
complain.
me. Like, imagine getting lightly tapped by another vehicle and being like, "Oh, the police need to be involved." No, they don't.
Yeah,
Get over it. Get over it, lady. Like, just take the $20 and leave. Actually, and you know what? She
that's
didn't
like
get anything from our car insurance, and now my rates are up higher. And I'm like your rates went up higher too. Because if you, even if you are not at fault for an accident, if you're just in an accident, your rates go up. Like, why did you do that to both of us? Like, for what? What did you gain? You are so hot. Not a question.
thank you.
I love you. Also, not a question. Ben. That's sweet though.
I
Yes.
sent you one of the text earlier because I wasn't sure if I was going to be playing or not when you actually posted it, and I'm playing. So yeah, there's one of your DMs for it.
Oh, you messaged me if you were gonna ask if I was gonna play.
Honestly, using the anime to ask you to play something is pretty awesome.
Pretty high elo.
Yeah,
Is that what
it's
your
pretty
question is,
high
Ash?
IQ. No, I don't have to ask you to play. Just wait.
That's from space. Oh, you're right. That is from. That's a satellite. Awesome. Oh, that looks like the future, huh? He's watching Brain Candy TV. I like it. AMA. Yeah. Ask me anything. Well, thank you for saying I have a cute top, but that's not a question. What's the difference between a tuna, a piano, and a tub of glue? I have no idea. There's lots of. I mean, a piano has black on it, and the other things are white. I don't know.
Damn, that's kind of racist.
Well, I mean like the keys. You can tune a piano, but you can't piano a tuna. Wait, what does the tub of glue have to? Where's the tub of glue? Oh! Oh, you got me. Oh, I was caught in 4K. I did get stuck on that glue. I was predicted. That that was like the equivalent of like getting hit by a hook when you flashed. Like I just got so predicted there. That got me good. That was a good one.
I don't know. I'm not usually in the habit of flashing people.
Yeah, you are. You're a little slut. I know you are. Really though, I don't have interesting questions. It's okay. You could just
How about
vibe.
How about the non-interesting questions?
The
Well,
not
I was gonna
interesting
say
questions.
I have some non-interesting questions.
I would have
I'm
answered
just
your question about what other champion I would play. I'm not gonna post it on my story. I'll comment on it here, but I've done it before. Um, if I had to choose a different role other than support, what would it be and why? What other champion would you play besides Yuumi? I would play ADC. That's
I
but
remember that question.
but I'm bad at CSing, so I can't do it well. But I would love to learn ADC. I feel like
Mhm.
I do it sometimes whenever I like when I hit on girls, because usually girls are support players, and that's why I would ADC. Is because like I feel like you can get the ladies a lot easier.
You should see her as real. It's amazing.
We don't need to talk about my Ezreal. My misfortune's not that bad. Did you know that the best part of a cucumber tastes like the worst part of a watermelon? The rind?
That's funny. That's accurate.
It is pretty accurate. I don't like cucumbers though. Surprising, but I don't. They do just taste like water, but like a little bit sour. Like kind of mid AF. I
Now, see,
like
I would ask.
cucumbers and melons, but I feel like this can be misunderstood.
So,
Yeah. I was gonna say
no judgment here.
no judgment, but this is why I'm not asking certain questions because I'm not trying to get you banned on Twitch.
I like cucumbers
So,
and melons, and yes, it means what you think it means.
so
Okay, but
I'm
do you like them at the same time on the
No,
right.
same
I had a not on the wait. That can happen, huh? It's like surgeries
Yeah,
exist. Okay. Um,
it doesn't even have to be a surgery. There's actual people that have that.
like 0.0001% or something, like really, really rare.
I didn't say it was common. I said some people have it.
That's true. Um, I don't know. I feel like I like girls and guys in such different ways that I feel like if it was clashed into one person, it'd be weird for me. I feel like I have an identity crisis. I'd be like, press play on it. Yeah, that's Monster Truck ABCs. I like the Monster Truck ABCs. That one's one of my favorite ones. They crash into it. Press A. Oh, here, give it to me.
Yes, ma'am.
No, the controller's not working, he says.
Oh.
Thank you, Levy. I had someone ask if my kids were fake because I never show them. They were like, "You just talk to them sometimes." I'm like, "Yep, I'm mass manipulating you guys."
He's a lead player. It's the voices.
Yeah, it's I unironically I've talked about this before, but I did prank a guy doing that one time. I was on Omegle and I was in Discord. So you like girls? I sure do. I've been with quite a few of them. What was the number, Ash? How many?
How many what?
The pink ones were the girls. I think 4, 5.
Oh, wait.
Here you go, Livy.
Uh,
Not that many.
4.
But also, when I moved to Texas, I tried to download Tinder and I got banned off Tinder like almost as soon as I moved here. So I've been on a couple of dates with girls here, but I didn't like into like end up with anything. If your
So,
girlfriend was a watermelon, would you swallow or spit out the seed? My girlfriend. Okay. Um, if okay, I think I catch your drift. Do you mean um do you mean the it depends on what time of the month it is because I'm traumatized. I got my vampire fangs once and that was terrible and never again. People that say like, "Oh yeah, lesbians don't care. They're stronger." I mean this the exact way I said. Like if she was a watermelon, if she was
he's got an ad.
okay, well, I'll use the ad to like think about this. Um, is it like a metaphor, like if I was a worm type of thing? Like
Well, if a girl
is she
orgasms, there's also kind of sometimes white stuff coming out of it, right? Maybe that.
maybe? No, I think he said he means it exactly the way he said it. So
If it's
probably
seed, then it's the egg. If it's literal, then he means the egg, which is.
the egg?
Well,
What?
when you're on your period, your egg
It doesn't look like
goes
an actual
out.
egg. It doesn't look like an actual egg. You mean like the placenta?
Obviously.
Do you mean like the oh, no, that looks gross. No. No, I wouldn't. I don't even look when I do mine. Like I just close my eyes and flush. I'm like, ew. So
The
absolutely
whole
not.
point of bleeding for 3 days is to get the
Yeah.
egg out.
And it's gross. I don't look at it. When I'm on my period, I don't let anybody even touch me. Like I'll try to like they'll try to cuddle and I'm like, don't. I'm gross. I need to be banned from the village.
No,
Like
so
I'm
true.
I'm a little bit low key sexist when I'm on my period. I need to be ostracized. In Roman times, they didn't let women live in the villages when they were on their periods, and I think we should bring that back just for me in particular. Like only me, but like it should. I should go wander the forest for like a week.
Sexist got it.
Hi, jerk.
Hello. I asked Yumi the most question of all time.
What'd you ask? Oh, let me check.
Well, you gotta check your statement.
Yeah,
I'm checking.
I know the answer to that one.
Just why?
I know the answer to that one.
24.
Good
No,
answer.
it's a good time. Ruined by period.
What is 6.9? Oh, it's a good time ruined by a period. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I actually don't like that. Like that's not my favorite. I
The
love
period?
no, the number. The number less than 70. Yeah, I don't like doing that. I'm not a fan. I don't like doing it.
Oh.
I like to
Kind of
I
depends.
I like to do it and I like to get it, but at the same time it's overstimming and I don't
Oh.
I also like that. That
So
number I
just
vibe with.
stick
I like
acid in my
14.
face.
How do you like
But-
14? Arrest him. Officer, this one. No. He hangs out with Drake. Can't
Practicality of
support.
six,
No,
9.
there is something
Enough.
with the number 14 that I should probably watch.
What's 14?
A child.
Well,
No?
I'm confused. What is 14? What is 14 that you should watch?
Not a child. Or a child. Context matters.
Also, 21 is better than 19. Like age-wise? Yeah, I agree.
There, look. You get the context.
What context did you send it to me? What's 9 plus 10? 21. Duh.
Duh.
I'm old enough to know that one. Did that age me a little bit? I'm gonna stop getting the "Are you a teenager?" comments.
That name isn't that old.
It was like when I was in high school.
Really? Well, maybe I'm getting aged now.
I'm old. You're not that old. Wait, Ash, where did you send it to me?
Discord.
Discord? Oh, I don't have Discord pulled up.
What's your biggest pet?
14 is the. No, I'm not sharing that. I'm not sharing that one. So what Ashriel is talking about is I sent him the list of. Wait, I can't say that because then people will know it's more than 14. Then I'm gonna get
Oh.
called a whore, and I don't want that.
This is
Well.
quite the predicament you find yourself.
You know, actually, I'm gonna send that picture to Jerk because we were talking about it. I'll send it to him too.
Okay.
Also, I would like to point out, Ash, that means you have that image saved. Just want to point that out. You saved that image. You outed yourself. You outed yourself
It's
right now.
valuable information.
It is not valuable information.
It is.
Upload a
You know,
file.
it's like ordering Chinese. I can just call a number.
Wow.
I don't talk to any of those people anymore. Okay, so I talk to number 3 because he's perfect. I talk to the bottom one.
Number the bottom.
Because he's who he is. And I talk to like maybe a couple of them throughout them. I do not talk to the one
What
above the
happened to I'm not
ladder.
gonna out myself.
The one above the. Never mind. I'm done talking about it because I am. If I say how many, because when I was doing this list, I was doing it in front of Evan and I was talking to him, and he was like, "Oh my," because he looked up the national average and he was like, "Girls, the average is 4.3," and I'm like,
There
"Oh,
ain't no way."
yeah,
Dude.
look it up, look it up." He was like, "And for men, the body count is like the number is 6."
How the fuck do people even find opportunities?
I
'Cause,
don't.
I mean,
You think that number's too high?
like, I couldn't.
I think it's too low
have
with all the
a-
people
I'm in
doing it.
SLUT then, I guess.
I couldn't even have a problem body count if I tried, man.
I'm at 3 and 2 were not really meant to happen. That makes me feel bad.
Oh.
It's okay.
Am I a bad person?
If
Okay,
you-
to be
if you
fair,
really want to be, you can be his 4th.
but most of them were just one time, and
Oh,
and
okay.
almost all of them, besides, I guess the girls, because you don't wear protection with girls, you just, you know, almost all of them except
hook
for
up with guys twice if you're not gay.
those 2 were guys. Wait,
I'm very confused
what?
by this
I'm
question.
confused too. That sounds a little gay, bro. I'm not gonna lie. No judgment. No hate, but like, I think you might be a little gay. Just a little bit. It's okay. You're accepted here, but you might be a little bit. Unless you're a girl, then not. Ooh, this is a great question. Look at this question. Wait, is it gonna get in focus? Get in focus. I hate it. He asked if you want to see my dog.
Here for an
You want-
AMA. Exciting.
Do you want to
That's
see his
so
dog?
exciting. I do. Yeah, I said yes, yes. I got drunk, so thing with guy 1 happened for one night. Then I felt bad for guy 2. Unironically, that's half of the reason why my like. So I was telling Ash this a little bit. I'm gonna out myself, so like nobody clip this, but
Living it.
no.
Hate speech.
I'm going.
It's
So what I
done.
told Ash, most of the people on the list were like, friend did it once, friend did it once, right?
Oh. Yeah.
And most of those, this is the part where I'm a little bit toxic. Okay, I'm so outing myself. Don't judge me. But most of those were people that like really wanted to date me, really wanted to date me, and I
Oh, okay.
kind of felt bad. Not even like, oh, like pity necessarily, but just like a like I'll show you, but it's not you're not like
Uh-huh.
it's not gonna change things between us, you know? We would do it, and then like it would either be
Mm.
bad or embarrassing or like it would be some sort of negative. And most of the time, they would either one like ask me to marry them immediately after, and I'd be like,
Oh my god.
"Hey, we
Holy
can't
shit.
because this." I was telling Ash a couple of them. Like one of them just went crazy. Um, and another one like wanted to marry me, but like he wanted like a housewife, and I was like, I'll never be a housewife. I'm too like I need to do my own things. It's kind of funny because I'm technically a housewife now, but like not really, not in the
Well,
way he wanted me to
sometimes
be.
shit changes, right? For
Well,
that too.
like I also am not really much of a housewife. Like I am a wife and I don't work, but and I do the homesteading stuff. I like take care like I'm not my my responsibility, my life is making myself happy and worrying about me. I'm kind of selfish. Like I want to have fun still. I want to go explore and
Oh,
travel. And
100% me
Robbie
too.
is so good about that. Robbie is so good about being like, yeah, hey, you wanna go take a 2 week vacation? Have fun. I'll take leave and watch the kids. Like
Oh,
I cannot be the kind of girl that's like, yes, I will serve you and stay home and watch the kids for the rest of my life. Like you live your life because I
yeah.
want to live my life, you know. I
Cool.
can take turns. Like if he wants to go do a trip, like right now he's technically on a trip, but it's like a work trip. But like
Mm,
if he wants to do stuff, yeah, but I'm not going to just be the one to just be a mom and be a wife for the rest of my life. I can't do that.
right.
He wanted that.
Speaking of him going on a trip, he's coming back the 20th, right?
Yes, so soon. I'm dying with excitement.
I
I'm
don't
so
even like going on trips that long.
I love going on trips.
Yep.
Oh,
Me
I'm
too.
sorry. I was
I
ignoring
don't.
chat. Guy 2 really wanted to date me. Still good friends, but he doesn't want to date me anymore. Problem is now everyone thinks I'm gay and it scared all the girls away.
Oh,
Wait,
That is
shouldn't
concerning.
being gay kind of pull them closer?
Pulls me closer, but not every girl's like that, I guess. Some girls are like, oh no. Like, people can be judgy. I like it better. When I see two
homophobes
boys together,
exist.
I'm like, I want to be in between that sandwich. You know what I mean? I want to be the filling that gets
But then it's not
filled.
gay anymore.
Something about lesbians that just seems sweet to me.
Yeah, I feel like there's a bit of like a double standard there because it is really common for guys to like seeing girls, but the inverse isn't usually true. Like usually girls see guys
Yeah,
and they're like, ew. Like I've gotten that a lot. I've been a girl for a
from
while.
my perspective, though, I will say it just like connect with women way fucking better. I can feel more comfortable with them. So there's like that as well. But
You feel more connected with who?
Oh my.
women.
Yeah.
To be fair, the female body is just better than the male body, like visually.
The way you think that because you're straight, you know, like because you are attracted to the female body. I am attracted to both. And I mean, I think in a society way, I feel like most of society does view women's bodies as more marketable and more better, but they're really not. Like, they're not any better or worse. They can do more
Yeah.
things. Like, they can bring life into the world. That's way cooler.
It's not
But
a better or worse thing. It's more like the girl's body is more elegant.
I guess you're prettier.
I think
You put more effort into it, usually.
it depends on what you value, whether that's natural or not.
I'm talking about the
And
body
what's
itself.
interesting is like
More
the average
aerodynamic.
woman is going to look a lot better than the average male. But if you look at like say like peak health, then things are a little more interesting.
I feel like there's also a grain of salt there because, like, girls from the minute we're like born, we're praised on our looks, and our looks
Oh
they
yeah,
matter really early on. And so,
right.
most girls, the average girl, puts effort, even minimally, into their appearance, whereas the average guy doesn't feel the need to as much. They just don't think about it as much. So, I feel like that's an attributing factor as well. Someone actually made a paper about the aerodynamic of. That's funny. Great stress balls. Too bad they are trust. That's real. If I knew your middle name, I'd say it.
That's funny.
I don't have a middle name.
I used to tell people I don't have a middle name either. 'Cause my middle name's stupid.
Damn.
It is
That
a
must not be
noun.
nice.
My middle name is
like
a
here.
noun. It's so stupid.
Oh. I bet it's Rose. No.
No, but you know what? Honestly,
Yeah.
close.
Interesting.
That is pretty
I actually didn't think it was Rose. I'm like, yeah, it's a little too obvious.
It's not. No one would
But
ever guess it, but it is
I happened to think of a noun,
stupid,
so I just say it.
stupid like that. It's something along those lines, and it is silly. You're talking about melons, right? No way a guy.
No,
gets-
Sorry. Excited.
Guys are so stressful. Have you ever lived with a man? Oh my goodness.
Dude, I don't know. I feel chill as fuck.
Okay,
I
have you
think if I
have you ever been the one to do most of the chores around a man? They get so. I like guys. I really do. Most of my friends are guys, but also y'all are
dudes just don't do
frustrating
the
to live with.
chores as much.
But you know what? I've lived with girls that were lazy too. So it's just like frustrating when anyone's lazy, I guess.
How would
I had
how
this.
would you know what we are like to live with?
I've lived with guys.
Are you
Y'all are
saying
all
we
the same.
like
What do you
all
mean?
the other guys?
Yeah, all guys are the same, right?
I thought we were special.
No.
You know, the boys, the 13-year-old boys in your community.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Back it up, back it up.
Hold up,
I said they had the humor of 13-year-old boys. Do not get me canceled, sir. I do not need that. I do not need that juju. If you are under 18, you are not my friend. We are not friends. We are not
Yeah,
at all.
Kids.
Ever. No.
Yeah.
Don't clip that.
Well,
No.
sorry.
My viewers peaked right there. That is dangerous. Dang it, what was I saying? Oh, I lived with a girl once, and I feel like boys
too.
baseline boys are like all mostly kind of gross. Like just like, but they're acceptable level of gross. It's honestly not that frustrating. That's why I haven't kicked either of the boys out yet. You know, like
Sure.
it's expected. It's baseline, and honestly, most of the time, most guys I've met, if you tell them what to do, will do it. Right? Most of the time, you're like, hey, do that. They just need to be managed. But I can take manage. I can take someone that needs to be, poked at a little bit as long as they do it. As long as it's, as long as I'm like, hey, can you do the dishes? And then I say, oh, good job, buddy. Good job. Yeah, you did it. Awesome. I'm so proud of you. You were wonderful. You worked so hard today. I will go down on you later. Like, yeah. Anyway, like I can deal with that.
Lord, that would get me to do whatever you want.
I dated this girl once, and she was so messy, but then like fight me on it. Like I would tell her like, "Hey, clean up," and she'd be like, "Ugh." I'm like, "Oh my goodness, what's the attitude?" And one time, she left her pad in her clothes, like attached to her
what?
underwear, and
That's
like on the
goofy.
floor. And I went to go do laundry, and I picked up all the clothes off the floor and put them in the washer, and then it exploded in the washer, and I was like confused. I was like, "Oh my goodness, was it a diaper? Like we haven't used diapers in like a year." I was so confused. I was like, "What? Why would there be?" It was like everywhere, right? Like it broke into piece. It was a pad, so it expanded, and it was terrible, and and it was washed, so there wasn't blood on it anymore. So like I couldn't tell that it was a pad. I had no idea what it was. I was like, did a pillow explode in here? Like what the heck is this? And she never told me, never confessed to it. But later I found like the like pad like liner part, like the part that attaches to the underwear. I found it attached to some underwear, and I was like, this bitch never even. It made me so mad. And she had the audacity to be like, you probably just left a diaper. You probably just like left a diaper in there. I'm like, the kids haven't used diapers in like a year. Like it's so crazy. Anyway, I don't think I could live with a girl again. That pissed me off. That was really hard. That was a rough time. That was trigger inducing. Guys are like this, but girls like Spike. You know, like I know I do too. I'm messy on occasion, but I clean up after myself. Like I'm the one that does the chores, so it's like it doesn't. I could do something gross and then like clean it up, and then no harm, no foul. I would much rather have to worry about beard trimmings in the sink than cleaning up after a period. Like, never again. I will not do that for as long as I live.
I mean, it depends. with this woman or not.
I don't care how hot she is. I'm not cleaning up. It's like I would never have a guy clean up after my period. Like that's so gross.
I don't know. I like it.
No, I would. There is this one time that I got super drunk and I didn't realize I had started my period. Like it was like day one, and
Oh,
we
sure.
had done stuff.
You just like
And
sneeze and you're like, oh, we're doing this. Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
well,
I've
like
been there.
I'm the kind of person where like it stays in unless it usually comes out in the morning when I wake up. Like that's when I start my period, like
Oh,
always.
sure.
But we were doing stuff that night, and so like it started the faucet basically. And so like when he like went out, he was like, oh, there's stuff there. And so he had to like, and I was passed out. I was drunk. Like I was like, gone, which he did ask
Yeah.
for consent first, just for the record.
Mhm.
Of course he did. But like, he had to clean it up, and I felt so bad. I was like crying when I
These
woke up. I was
motherfuckers.
like, because he took a picture of it to like make fun of me. He was like, haha, this is you passed out and there's blood on your legs. And I'm like, in the morning, I was like horrified. I was like, oh my goodness, you let me live like that? Like, you didn't kick me out of the house? What are you on about? Like, he's like, no, yeah, I had fun. Like I was enjoying it. All I had to do was grab a wet wipe. And I'm like, yeah, I honestly control delete my life. Like no.
Control delete. Control. Oh.
Like I would have alt F4'd out of
Control.
existence if I was there. You ever watch Naruto?
Yeah.
You know, heck, what's her name? The lady with the necklace, the big. What is her name? She's Hokage for a little bit. The T name.
I know a name that starts with a T.
Dang it!
That
What?
fits that description.
My ex-girlfriend gave me a used tampon. What? Wait, in what context? There's no context that would make sense, actually. Like, to put it in the trash? Why didn't she do it? Did you not have a trash can in your bathroom? That's, like, maybe viable. But, like, I would still take it out with, like, tampons are gross. When I take them out, I rarely wear tampons, but when I take them out, I'm, like, closing my nose, like, absolutely not. So gross.
Wow. Yeah, we very different opinions.
I don't mess with blood. And especially, like, period blood smells different. It doesn't smell like normal blood. Like, it smells like the inside.
It smells like crotch.
I mean, okay, it's not that bad, but I forgot the reason, but I wasn't happy. I don't blame you. I would have been mad too. That's so gross. I would never do that. There have been times where I'm like, hey, like, take the trash out, and, like, it's the bathroom trash, and there's, like, one in there, and I feel bad. But, like, trash is a boy job. I don't know. I firmly believe trash is a boy job. Can't change my mind on that. But I wouldn't hand them, like, and also, like, you wrap up the pad in the, what I usually do though, if it's in the trash, it's okay. Yeah, because at least you did half of it. And also, like I was appalled that this girl left her pad in her underwear in the pile of clothes. Like that's bro. Like I could have stepped on it. Like thankfully she like had like a shirt or something over it, so I didn't see it. Like I didn't know it was in there at all. Like she just like had it. Just like imagine you go to take a shower and you're just like, boop. Oh yeah, this giant bloody thing. I'm just gonna leave it there. Like oh, what in the world? I would just die actually. The the grossest thing I do is I prefer to use like my periods are really heavy day 1, 2, and then like really light for like a day or two, right? Like it like kind of teeters out and it's like barely any blood. And so on the last 2 days, I'll just wear reusable like underwear basically. It's like absorbent. It's like a diaper, kind of like a reusable diaper. But I have a separate like laundry basket that I just put those in, and it's like, and also they don't smell. I don't know the science of them, but they're like specially engineered that like the cotton absorbs it and it doesn't have a smell at all. And so you just like you don't even know what's in there, and then like you know, then I just put it in the laundry whenever I do it. It's like out of sight, out of mind. But it's better than because pads. I feel like you use so many, and I need them a little bit like the first couple days, but then after that, it's like it's just trickling at that point. Like nothing's really coming out. It's just like I don't want to stain my underwear. But yeah, I know it's a thing that happens. Like it's just I would never make a girl feel bad for having a period. Like, you don't need to be nasty about it. Like, I would be mad if like a dude took a dump and then like wiped it on the toilet seat. Like, yeah, I know you need to poop, but like, bro, can you not be an adult? Like,
I mean,
like we,
yeah, agree. Cleanliness is still a big deal.
I would never give a used tissue to my exactly. Like, that's just disgusting. Like, there's just for what reason? And I feel like some girls get so defensive because they're like, "Oh, it's natural," and it's like, yeah, but naturally, like you piss and shit too. Like,
Naturally, clean up after yourself,
yeah, like
motherfucker.
it's one thing to be like if a guy's disgusted by it, that's one thing. Like if a guy's like, you know, oh, you're gross. I don't even want to like touch you. Like I get that about myself, but if a guy said that to me, I'd have an issue. I'd be like, no, you know, like that's rude. That's judgy of you. But if I just,
crashed.
huh?
I'm jerking, my computer just crashed.
Oh no,
Reported.
it's hard to disgust me. I mean,
Same here.
most other stuff doesn't gross me out. Like I would like there have been times where like my boyfriend's had a boogie on him and I'm like, oh, let me get that. And he thinks it's so gross. I'm like, nah, it's just I'm gonna wash my hands, you know. But if he like pooped and like touched me, I'd be grossed out. Like that's gross. That gets you sick, you know. A little boogie, not big, not big deal.
Are you probably not going to be able to come back this game, John?
Yeah, are we about to lose?
I mean, if you don't come here, we will. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we probably lost. I'm sorry.
Good counting, Aaron.
Dude, I'm reporting and muting this guy. He's a fuck.
Who?
One.
I mean, Twitch is being weird.
Do you
Are you
favor
making
guys or
friends in
girls
Aaron?
more?
You could say that.
Nah, this dude is a little weird. Like,
This is that guy's dog. Puppy.
plus, I'm not gonna be able to reach on that one. I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Dude, I'm taking way more fucking damage than I can.
That's lame.
It sounded a little bit frustrating. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Peter?
But to answer your question, girls or guys, I think I like guys in a very different way than I like girls.
Interesting.
I feel like baseline, I probably am more attracted to girls. Because I feel like honestly, the biggest reason is I feel like I'm not as scared with girls, so I feel freer. You know, with guys, they have
Right.
like they have a whole process that need to be like interrogated. Like they need to be. I do a lot of checks and balances to make sure they're safe, and I test them a lot because I'm like, "Ooh, what if they get angry? You know, what if they're, you know, like for me to actually date a guy, I have to see them angry, like really angry, at least 4 or 5 times because like that's what I'm
Oh,
really scared of
Damn.
is like, you
you'll
know,
never get that from me though. So what would you do?
I said be back in 5
Uh,
I'll press your
uh,
buttons until I see it just a couple times.
I'm sorry, Jerk. There's no hope.
It's just at that point, like I wouldn't even want to. If you get me to the point of being angry, I won't want to be around you. That's how it would end.
Okay, I guess not angry necessarily, but like in a stressful situation because people act
Oh,
so
okay.
different when they're under a lot of stress, you know?
Okay, you'll
And
see me
I don't-
under stress plenty of times then.
I don't
That-
think I
that
act that different.
I have enough problems that it'll come up.
hmm,
To see like overstimulation or emotions, like inevitably
if you want to make me
um,
angry, I'm gonna ignore you. That's.
get
I mean,
mad
I
at
do the
games.
same thing. Like when someone like when I get agitated, I kind of just shut down. But I feel like that's It sounds bad. Like, I don't know, like testing people out and like, ooh, let me poke this button,
You
see what
just
reaction
need
I
to
get.
get a. I
But
see
yeah,
what you're
you
saying.
do need to see, especially with guys, like this world is too. I've been with too many guys to not to just trust people blindly. I feel like girls it's a lot easier because like I could take most girls at least kind of in a fight. You know, like I feel like I
Sure.
could hold my own. But against a guy, like most guys are going to just be able to baseline overpower me. If we're in a
Yeah.
disagreement, they're going to hit harder, you know? And I've never been in an
Yeah.
abusive relationship and I never want to be in one. So, like,
Mhm.
you know, because I like when guys are strong, so like extra negative points, against me of like gotta make sure they're gentle, gotta make sure they're kind inside in their
Mhm.
heart. So I feel like that really
Never
matters.
get mad.
I don't really get mad. It takes a lot to make me mad. I
Yeah.
honestly, until Evan, never fought in a relationship either. Like, hardly ever. Robbie and I have fought like a handful of times, and we've been together for like what 7 years. Oh, if we're gonna fight, I don't want to win. There's
Mm.
no way there's another ad. I have really low ad ones. It keeps telling me to bump it up, and I don't bump it up.
Wow.
Like I have
Twitch is like, give us that fucking
I have
revenue,
one
nigga.
below the recommended. It's like I think like a minute every 30 minutes or something. But it,
Hmm.
it wants me to do a minute every 15 or something crazy high, and I'm like, I don't
Ew,
want to do that.
no. Ads are a good way to push people away. That's the contradiction there.
Yeah, I have it like on one of the lowest.
Like, these kinds of ads aren't that bad, but I know if you like put an ad as soon as you click on the stream, you'll.
Oh yeah, I turned that off. I turned it off to where like
that one's really bad.
yeah, I don't like it either. Guys that hit girls out of anger are scrub.
Well, yeah.
I agree.
Anyone who hits anyone out of anger is scum.
The closest I've ever had was my ex-boyfriend in high school. Number 2, Ash. Um my ex-boyfriend
Huh?
my ex-boyfriend in
Hendrick.
high school, he not only was he super he chronically cheated on me so bad. So
Oh
he made me
no.
crazy. I was such a crazy girlfriend with him because like he would drive me nuts. Like he would gaslight me so hard. And so I was terrible to him too. But like there was this one time we were having an argument. I don't remember what it was. We were walking around our class and I was walking down to my culinary class because I took culinary school back in high school. And I did something to make him mad. Don't remember what it was. And he just punched a hole in the wall at our school. And this was like a college building. It was a technical school. So like they were so
I
pissed. And I got interrogated because they were like, "Who do you think did that?" And they had the whole assembly of like, "Who punched this hole in the wall?" And I had to be like, "Don't know. Could be anyone." I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure that our fight was because his friend was hitting on me. It was making me uncomfortable, and he was like calling me a liar. And you know what? Later, I hooked up with his friend, so
Nice.
I wasn't lying. His friend was he gaslit me all the time because like he would like leave me alone with his friends. Like he would take me out to hang out with him and his friends, and then he would leave me alone with them, and they would make me uncomfortable. And I would be like, "Hey, babe, maybe you can't do that because like this guy is kind of making me uncomfortable. Like he was like tickling me and like getting really close to me. I didn't like it." His brother once cornered me in his bathroom. Crazy,
Oh
crazy.
my god.
He did surrounded himself with the most like honestly low key rapey guys. And I would tell him like, "Hey, they made me uncomfortable," and he'd be like, "No, you're lying. You're just trying to get me to get jealous." I'm like, "I don't care if you're jealous or not. Don't leave me alone with them. Like, you can don't you leave me alone by myself, sure. Like, I don't need your attention. It's not that I need you with me all the time. Just don't leave me with that guy. Please. Ever again." Like, I had no ride home. Like, don't do that. I never hurt a girl no matter how mad I get. I'll always walk away and calm down and come back and talk to you. That's really mature.
Nah, I would sucker punch her and nah, just kidding.
Okay, Jerk is losing 2 good boy points for being
He's at
violent.
0. He can't lose
That was a
anymore.
joke. I'm already at 0. You can't.
Yeah, and you can go into negatives. You're fine.
Yeah,
No.
that's true.
I
I-
vetoed it.
My ex-girlfriend
would.
got really mad at me in the winter and she dumped a bottle of water on me. I started hiding on the toilet and she opened the lock with her nails with a refilled bottle
What
of.
the fuck?
What? Why was she so mad at
What?
you? That's so crazy.
That's
That is
insane.
wild.
Okay, first of all, opening a lock with nails is impressive, but also like, why does she know how to do that?
I mean, there are some locks that it's just like it's a straight line you can open with a butter knife.
Oh, well, that's stupid and dumb.
Mm. I dated this guy once that that got really mad that I was playing Ashes on my computer and then turned my computer off. That made me mad.
Mm,
He sounds like a
yeah,
dick.
anyone who do
know,
that would
such a
just
stupid head. He apologized so much
immediately,
after that. He felt so bad.
we'd have big problems if someone did that to me.
Dude, like turning off people's computers is like one of the red flag off limits things that we don't allow in this house. And so we had a very long conversation about it. I was like, never again. I was yelling at him. And I don't normally yell. Like
Mm.
like my kids were like, "Are you okay, mom?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." It's like I never yell, like hardly ever. We don't yell at the kids, don't yell at each other,
Mhm.
like because it's not a very effective means of communication, and it just
Right.
raises everybody's anxiety levels. And I don't really do well with yelling either.
I have too much trauma for that shit.
I know, right? And thankfully, Evan never yells. He did like puff his chest at me like this, and I was like, "Get your bitch up." I mean, like, I'm not actually
Imagine
scared
like
he'd
a
ever hurt
like
me,
a
so it's not a big deal. Like, I
really
would get in
cute.
his face. Whenever we fight, I like get close to him. I'm like, I bet, do it, coward. And he doesn't. He doesn't. He's never hit me. But one of these days, I'm gonna antagonize him. I'm just kidding. I do antagonize him all the time.
That's funny.
I test his kindness level all the time. I make him have restraint. I think she has never been to an Asian household. I lived in Japan. Thank
Hello.
you for the follow, Montour person. Oh, he's got to play VR chat. That's fair.
I want to play VR chat. I don't have VR.
Why is that a question? It will happen regardless of the answer. Oh, my Korean parents yell too much. My parents yelled a lot too,
Oh,
like a lot growing up, and that's why I don't allow it anymore. Like it's just
same
like for
here.
what? Like if we need to yell, we aren't communicating. You're not talking when you're yelling. You're just trying to be heard, but you're not trying to listen. You know, and that's
Right.
really important. And if you're not ready to listen, you're not ready to talk to your partner.
Yeah.
And now, like, he's really good about being like, okay, the walls are up. I'm gonna play a game on my phone. And I'm like, okay, me too. Please explain this to my parents. I'd love to. I'd love to.
That might cause more problems than solve, unfortunately.
I was a school teacher in Texas, so like we had that all the time. All the time, like we'd be like, "Hey, your child is showing a bad behavior, or like they're starting to have issues with sharing, or something like that." And they'd be like, "Well, have you tried beating them?" And we're like,
What?
no. Actually, we've
Huh?
not tried doing that." Well, I worked in a private school. It was a church, so like
Okay.
they're definitely recommended. My kid also went to that school, Aaron, because he was 2 at the time. He went to the same school, and he like pushed a kid over one time, and they like brought me into the office, and they were like, "Hey, your kid just pushed this kid over. If you want to like take him into the room." And I was like, "For what? Like to beat him?" No, actually, I'm gonna talk to him. I'll talk to him. I'll sit down and have a conversation with him about why he pushed this kid. But I'm not gonna spank him in the other room. Sorry, not gonna do that. I'm sorry. Kick him out if you
That's
want, but
crazy that this day and age that there's still people that are like, yeah,
oh,
that's
dude, yeah,
normal.
I'll be at the park and like hanging out with my kids and like other kids and other parents and stuff, and I'll be talking to them. And I'll sometimes have other parents say, "Oh my goodness, your kids play so nicely together. Like you must you must really beat him up all the time to like
What
be
the
scared.
fuck?
Like I've had a lot of parents like basically insinuate that I hit my kids, and I'm like, you can think that. Like that's fine. Like most people just think that that's the only answer. That's the only thing you can do.
Yeah.
And I have before. I've spanked both of my kids a couple of times. One
True.
time Aaron walked all the way to the park, and I was so scared for his safety that when I saw him, I was like, "Whop! Never do that shit again." Because he walked all the way, like crossed a road, and like if it's a danger,
Wow.
like he needs to have that like shock factor, and it probably doesn't need
Okay.
to. But I was so angry at the time. I was like, you know, I'm human, but like I
Fair.
was
Fair. Like
so
you are.
angry that he had crossed a road without me, because like the kids were playing in the backyard, and James was playing with him, and then like all of a sudden James comes in and says, "Hey, Aaron left." And I'm like, "What do you mean left?" And I was in a ranked game too. I was like in a game. And I was like, "What do you mean left, James?" Like I was like talking to him. He was like, "Yeah, he left. He just walked out the gate. Like he just opened the gate and like went just left." And I'm like,
Casually.
"What?" While like chasing him down in my socks. I didn't even grab shoes. Like I left my game, got penalty or whatever, and just like ran out in my socks, trying to chase him down. Couldn't find him. Didn't know which way he went. Because James waited to tell me. Apparently, like he waited like a couple minutes because he thought he was gonna come back.
Wow. Oh, sure.
And I was like, James, it was so stressful. And when I finally caught up to him, I was like, never do that shit ever again. I was just yelling at him, and he was like, I think 2 at the time. Like he's still pretty young. It just wasn't that long ago, but not super recent. But I was so mad at him, and that was the time I spanked him. There was one time where James did something really bad at school, like he like was pushing kids and throwing chairs or something. And when he got home, I was like, "How does that feel? Don't scare kids like that." But besides that, no, I haven't. Like I'm not perfect, and I have had weak moments where I've, you know, been. But it's hard not to default to that a little bit because I was beat a lot as a kid, like a lot. And so like there's that
Yeah.
little voice in your head where you're like, I would have never done this as a kid. Maybe my parents were right. You know, maybe that was the answer. Maybe, and then like you think about it logically and you're like, okay, no, I don't want my kid to feel that way. But when
As
you're in
someone
the heat
who
of the moment.
was hit a lot by my parents, I had 2 to 3 siblings at any point, and it was normal for us to constantly hit each other as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then that would go into my friendships, and then they're like, "Why are you hitting me? That's not okay." And I couldn't stop for a while. And like, so it was like ingrained in me.
Yeah, it's a really hard cycle to stop. And it's really, especially when you're raised like that and you weren't raised with any better examples, it's really hard with your own kids to be like, you know, like, let's be
Yeah.
gentle, let's have kindness. But I'm really fortunate that like most of most of my interactions with my kids, like 99%, are not like that.
It's good.
I'm not perfect
Good
though.
for you.
I won't claim to be perfect. I have done it before. But for the
It's
most part,
okay.
we don't really yell. We don't definitely don't hit. We're pretty gentle. Mostly honestly, sometimes too kind. Sometimes I'm a little bit of a pushover. Evan gets on to me about
Okay.
that. But they're so cute. And I have a hard time telling them no. Because they're adorable. When
Only
they
sometimes.
when they ask something super cute, when they're like, "Hey mom, I know it's 7 p.m., but like, can we have a chocolate milk?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I want chocolate milk too." Like, and then Evan's like, "Aren't they supposed to be brushing their teeth?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
But hard focus.
You mean weaknesses or kids? Dude, my kids are my weakness for sure. I'm I'm such a softie with them. But to be fair, Robbie's usually the stricter parent. Robbie's usually the more like, and so I have to be like I get to be the fun one, you know, like hee hee ha ha. Like I'm, you know, the daddy daycare meme. I'm the daddy daycare. I'm the dad in my relationship. Like I am. I'm the one that's like, hey, mommy's babysitting. We get to have chicken nuggies and, you know, just rainbow sprinkles on our pancakes. You know, like, woo. But I do also like, one of my favorite things to do with my kids is learning with them because I'm still a teacher at heart. I love to do that, especially with my older kid, because he is so smart. He's so not that Aaron's not. It's just he can do less because he's 3. So, but like every day, James surprises me with how much he can learn. Like he is so
Oh, yeah.
he can read things at like almost at the speed that I can, and it's crazy. Like it is so
Wow.
impressive. He doesn't sound out words very well. He can, but he doesn't like to. He's kind of lazy with it. He's very smart but lazy. And if he sees a word, he's gonna just guess it. But he's memorized so many words that he like can
Neat.
do that. You know, he can do it pretty reliably, and he gets away with it, and it's kind of annoying because I'm like, no, James, you need to sit here and sound it out. But like, he doesn't need to. He just knows. He knows the word handsome. He knows the word beautiful. He knows Christmas. He knows all these. He knows all these big words,
Oh.
so he can just look at it and look at the shape, and he's
That's
like, it's that word.
really interesting.
I kind of do that too, though. Like, my mom told me that when she was trying to teach me how to sound out words, I also couldn't do it, but I could read chapter books at like 7. You know, like I
Wow.
could read it, but what I was doing was just memorizing a bunch of words and just like catalyzing it in my brain. And I'm still really good at memorizing things. Like if I need to
Interesting.
do a test or something, I can memorize all the stuff really fast.
Mhm.
Like with really good accuracy. I'm really good at quizzing myself and flashcards and stuff. I'm really good at that. Not to brag on
Mhm.
myself too much, but
Yeah, could you not?
yeah, I know I need to shut up. Sorry.
If it becomes too much, we can always just look at your league plays.
Shoot, for real. Yeah, if you ever need me to go down to Earth, hike, apparently. Just make me lock it in. I will never have a good thing to say about myself that entire game. At all. Yet you don't have a problem bullying us and being controlling. I'm very controlling. Yes. Even with my kids, I'm very controlling with them. I try not to be. I try not to be. I try to be chill. But I definitely do
chill
go
out.
like I'm a bit of a control freak. I'm like, okay, we're gonna do this. It's gonna be so much fun, but follow the rules. You know, like we're gonna do this activity, but hey, use the right paintbrush. I swear to God. You know, like I am a bit of a. But I
That's
try
awesome.
so hard because I know it's so important for their development to make mistakes. So I try so hard to
Yeah.
like be chill about it and like not do that. Like I
Sure.
let my kids cook with me every night, even though I don't want to. Like the entire time, I'm like, leave me alone. I
You
want
say
to
every
brain off.
night?
Yeah, I mean every night that I cook. I mean last night we went
Wow.
out for dinner. If we go out for dinner, obviously not. But if I'm cooking, every night Aaron is asking to cook with me, and
Huh.
we say yes because I don't like. There's every once in a while where I'll be like, hey, mommy's had a really bad day. I'm not feeling good. Please go watch a show or something. But most of the time, like at least 90% of the time, I'm like, yeah, come in, and I'll give him like some small task, like here, use your kid knife and cut up these strawberries or something simple.
Hmm. Yeah, to me, it's just surprisingly knowing that, like you prefer not to
Oh, I
have
would
to
so
deal
prefer
with
not
it,
to,
but like to do it every night and not prefer it is
because I
pretty
love them
impressive.
more than I hate it. You know, like
Right. Which is
it's
cool. I can relate in a weird sort of way.
it's really important for them to have those skills too. As much as
Hmm.
I don't like it, like I really would prefer to do all my chores and stuff alone. I like to
Yeah.
have music blasting and just brain off like doop and I'm doing my stuff. But it is really important for them to have those skills and for them to learn how to do it themselves.
Hmm.
Because as I said before, if I raise a kid that's like, I don't even know how to turn on a dishwasher, I'm shooting myself.
Are you gonna say, dude?
I'm shooting myself.
Mm-mm. I refuse to raise incompetent men. Refuse.
Were you gonna say dude instead of dishwasher?
What? No. I was gonna say a washer, not a dishwasher at first, like a laundry washer, but then I said duh, and so I went with it.
Yeah.
Duh. No, I don't. I mean, if my kids grow up and want to turn on dudes, that's their choice. I will not judge them. Their relationships are their choice. James has had crushes on boys before. Only one boy. He had this one kid in his
Okay.
class that he said was very handsome. Right
There
now,
will be another one.
it's usually girls. Like, he is obsessed with girls. He, ugh, bro. There's this girl. He was actually telling us last night, and me and Evan were like, we were at McDonald's, right? They had this really cool table that you can like, it lights up when you touch it. Not relevant, but it was cool. Um, but we were sitting there at McDonald's, right, having a chill like dinner, and super fancy, I know. And we were like having our
Yeah.
our typical conversation at the dinner table. Is what we'll do is we'll go around and we'll say, "What was your favorite part of your day?" And then like that's how we talk. And so we was like, "James, what was your favorite part of your day?" And he was like, "Oh, seeing Harper," which is he's obsessed with Harper lately. And I was like, "Oh my goodness, like what did Harper say to you? Like, did you talk to her?" He was like, "Yeah, she called me stupid." And I'm like, "Oh, what do you? Why did she do that? And also, why do you like her? You like, you know?" And he was like, "Well, she said sometimes I act crazy and sometimes I'm a stupid boy." And I
Oh.
liked it. And I'm like, "Oh my goodness, James. I
Oh
gave
my
you your
god.
dad's taste in women. I sure did." And it was so funny. But Evan and I were like literally trying not to die laughing. Like I had to go like this. I was like, "Oh wow. That's so well, did she say why you're a stupid boy? Like, did she?" And he's like, "Well, sometimes I act crazy at school." And he has ADHD. He's pretty crazy. Like he just
Oh.
is. He's a cat a lot of the time. He's just weird. He's a weird kid. You know, he's 6. I give him leeway, but he's weird. Um,
Sure.
I love him. He's a weirdo. I don't know who he gets that from. Why would he be a cat? I don't know. Anyway, um, so Evan would like turn to me and he like was whispering in my ear, and he was like, "It's a pretty good motivator though, because if she's calling him weird and stupid, maybe he'll be more mature. Maybe he'll like try to be better for her." And I was like, maybe,
Debatable.
maybe I don't know. He did.
Tricky.
He likes girls though. Like he gets crushes on them all the time, and that's all he talks about. Like he's girl obsessed. And for a long time, for like a couple of years, he would tell me all the time that like he didn't like any girls in his class because they were not as pretty as me because they didn't have my hair.
Oh wow.
Like specifically my hair, and I don't know why. But he'd say all the time like, "Ugh, there's no girl in class as pretty as you." And I'm like, "Thanks, thanks, sweetheart. I love you too." We talked to
That's
his
awesome.
therapist about it, and I was like, "Hey, like, does he have an Oedipus complex? Like, what is this? Like, am I
What
messing
does
up?"
that mean?
Oedip uh, that they like their mom, basically.
Oh sure. Yeah.
To
um,
be fair, your hair is so weird. Like, it doesn't matter if it's dry or wet, it kind of always looks the same now.
what does that mean?
All right,
I
Oedipus.
have really thick hair. Like, it's really thick. Every time I go to the hair salon, they're like, "Oh my goodness, I didn't realize how much hair." But it is super. You can't really see, but it is crazy, crazy thick. It is.
Yeah, but you'll start stream and be like, I just got out of the shower and my hair is still wet and I don't see a difference.
My hair like
That's
I think
naturally
definitely
I
curls a
think it
little bit.
happened yesterday. You were like, my
Yeah, my
hair
hair
is
was wet.
still wet, and I couldn't see a difference.
I'm sorry. It dried on stream. You could see it. Like it was getting drier on stream, but like it curls more when I air dry it. Like you see like that's like a natural curl. That's just how my hair naturally goes. It's kind of cool. I like my natural curls. It when my hair gets longer, it curls more. But my hair was like to here before and it was like curly curly curly. Like not curly curly but like wavy.
Mhm.
Well, it's dry right now.
Time to make it a prayer.
But anyway, his therapist said that he wasn't getting an Oedipus complex. It's just normal for kids to compare their
Oh,
part their, their
interesting.
their future partners to their parents. And and then he
So
said,
my
"Well, you're very
parents.
pretty, so of course." I was like, "Thanks." And that was the nicest thing his therapist ever said to me. And then they played Jenga together. So, because he's like a therapist, but like he does playing, like he like plays with the kids, like and then like talks to them
I
about their day and like how they regulate emotions. Pretty cool.
think that's pretty normal for working with kids. It's a good way to
Mhm. Yeah. He really liked going.
It's pretty cool.
He's been a lot better now that he's been on ADHD meds though. Like he used to have the reason why he had a therapist, which he doesn't anymore because he just if you haven't needed it. Um and also we started doing different stuff on Wednesdays, so we didn't have the time anymore. But he was so not bad, but he would just get overstimmed at school really easily and like we didn't know what to do. Like we were like at a loss. Like he was getting in trouble like every day.
Oh,
He would just and we would like ask him, we'd be like, "Hey James, like why did you, throw pencils today in class? Like what the heck? Like why did you do that?" And he was like, well, my pencil wasn't sharpened, and then people were talking too loud, and then and so it was like very
wow.
obvious that he was just getting overstimmed, and it was really hard for him. And he's a good kid. Like if whenever I was
That's
with him,
interesting.
he has a really good moral compass. He's very kind. He's very sweet, but he gets so overstimmed that he just couldn't do well in school specifically.
Hmm.
But he's had a really good year so far. ADHD medicine is
Neat.
a curse. It about killed me. I mean, maybe some of them, but it's been really helpful for him. Particular. I don't know.
ADHD medicine's a necessary evil.
I think
Oh,
for
I
some
mean,
people, yeah.
it's
But
not necessarily evil. Like, if it works for you, the difference supposedly, because I haven't found one yet, is huge, and I would like to not be affected by my ADHD.
no, there's lots of different kinds, and he has no negative side effects. He's not. The only bad part is if he doesn't eat something with it, he gets dizzy. But that's it. Like, no other negative. He's not a zombie. He's very much himself. He just it
Mm.
like he doesn't act any different, but he definitely acts crazier once it wears off. Like you can see a spike. Like he's still himself throughout the day, but a little bit like chiller, I guess. And he hyperfixates
Sure.
more and like can like zone into stuff more and like pay attention more. But once it wears off, like once we hit like around 6 p.m., he's like yeah, he's like crazy. And we're like, "Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go on the trampoline." Like, goodness gracious.
That's awesome.
What's wrong with the TV, Aaron? Here, hand me the controller. I'll help you.
Welcome back, Tilted. I am
Yo.
here to give chicken to the people of progress.
It doesn't want you to watch. Yeah, you're right. It's not working. What'd you do? Oh, you want to watch Kylie make planets? You want to watch this one? This one? What do you want to watch? Here, you can figure it out. Love you. Ugh. Are you gonna watch Barney? Are you gonna watch Barney?
Stinson?
You wanna watch that one? No.
I
I
mean,
love Barney so much. Stinson,
he's a
not
good role model.
not the purple one. I never watched it. I don't know.
I was gonna say.
Not that one, Aaron.
Interesting.
Not that one. I don't like her. That one's brain rot. Go to a different one.
Brain rot.
No, it is.
I like I used that word.
I also was told you grow out of ADHD too, and I feel like it was a lie. Such a lie.
It is a lie. You can't.
Yeah,
do
I
that.
still have ADHD. Bad. But I feel like
It's
you
just
kind
a
of grow
different
with
way
it.
of your. Yeah. You can
I-
learn.
It's like I
But
have knee issues in my left knee, but I walk around just fine. I can run just fine. I can do everything just fine because I compensate. I flex my leg
Nesting.
differently. I use my left leg differently. It doesn't mean that I grew out of it or the injury went away. It just means that like I deal with it better now and it doesn't affect my day-to-day life usually unless I'm doing squats, which are the death of me. But yeah, I can't sit still to save my life. Yeah, my mom makes fun of me all the time because I'll be like sitting there and I'll be like shaking my leg, and she'll be like, "You're doing the thing. You're doing the leg thing." I'm like, "Mom, quit being a hater." Actually, like low key. I hope she doesn't see. She does look at my stream sometimes. I hope she doesn't see this. I love my mom very much, but low key, she's kind of a hater, like a little bit.
The apple doesn't far fall from the tree.
This is so mean.
Is it?
Yeah, because okay, she wasn't like mean to be mean, but I think she just like grew up with very much like ladies need to do this, you know? You need to do this like a lady. Like the amount of times where she would like hit my lower back and be like, posture. And
Oh, sure.
I'm like, sorry, mom. And then like also my mom was a professional singer. Like not like you wouldn't know her, but she like sang locally, right? Like and she did gigs
Oh,
locally.
cool.
Um
Yeah.
and she always wanted to share that with me. I've always loved singing. And I've always had a like or at least when I was a kid, I had a gift for it or whatever. But
Sure.
anytime I would sing, she would come up and like plug my nose and be like, "Hey, you're doing nasally again. You're doing nasally. Stop singing with your nose." And she was like low key a hater, but I feel like I needed it, because she did like those things are helpful for me.
I think there's a time and a place.
Or have to get up and walk around. I will always stand rather than sit. Evan has a standing desk for that reason. He likes to stand up. Yeah, because I muted it because it's brain rot. Watch something else and I'll unmute it. He's like, oh, I can't hear it. It is brain rot though. I don't like it. Aaron likes brain rot. James never did. Like James was never a fan of it.
That's funny.
James's version of brain rot was he would watch race cars like drive. Just drive.
Just drive.
Yeah. There was this one YouTube channel or whatever that like because like my kids don't have YouTube, but they have Amazon, which like Amazon Prime uploads YouTube videos sometimes. I don't know the science, but they have like they're more regulated though than YouTube Kids is, and so um there's this like YouTube channel or whatever that was on Amazon Prime that the entire premise of the show was just like webcam footage of traffic lights. And that was it. That was literally it. Like it was like a normal
That's
highway,
awesome.
like a normal intersection, and it would like tab between them. And he would
That's
watch it
weird.
quite literally. He would get his race cars, play them on the couch or whatever, and then just like while watching it. And I'm like, dude, how is this? Whatever, bro. That was the closest to brain rot he ever had. He never had like full on like skibbity bop toilet, like
Skibbity.
Dude,
Skibbity boo bye.
The other day he said Ohio skibbity, and I was like, James, where the heck did you hear that? He's like, at school, and I'm like, don't actually. What is the point of Ohio? I don't know. I don't know where the Ohio comes from, but apparently kids at
Some
school are
meme
saying
about
it.
it being shit.
I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me, but it triggers me. I didn't like it. I was like, what is the
I've looked
Ohio?
into it. I've tried to understand it. I still don't.
It doesn't make any sense. Ohio skibbity. I've watched like clips of skibbity toilet because people like in a fear mongering way, they're like, oh my goodness, brain rot is like ruining this generation and all this stuff. And I feel like there's a good, better, best when it comes to media use, of course.
Mhm.
But I don't feel like it's as doomsdayery as like I feel like every generation has that. Like they used to think that newspaper was rotting
Oh,
your
right.
brains. They used to think that
That's crazy.
like the channel news was rotting your brains and like
Oh, that one's a
brains
good one.
don't rot. What, Kashka?
Beavis and Butthead. That's all I have to say about anybody who complains about brain rot. Their generation had that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's a level of brain rot always, And I feel like brain rot does have its place sometimes. Um, I do think that obviously little minds need to be stimulated more than that, but it's not a super big deal. It's not so doomsdayery as people say. Like it's like, oh, this generation is so dumb now.
Yeah, that's gonna be every generation shitting on the next.
Like when I was
I
a
don't know,
teacher,
ignorance.
teachers would say all the time, like, "Oh my goodness, kids are so stupid now," and I'm like, "Then you're not doing your job well." Like, what do you mean? Teach them.
Yeah.
And I do think that parents are worse now. I mean, I obviously
Oh,
wasn't
100%.
wasn't a teacher back in the
Well,
day, but a
actually,
lot
it
of
kind of depends.
a lot of people are saying that teacher parents are a lot more um like rude and like want to stick up for their
Okay.
kids, but like at the fault of like the teacher, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But low key, I'm gonna get canceled for saying this. But low key, I think in some cases, not all the cases, right? Because there are Karens that exist, but in some cases, the parents are kind of right. Because like I feel like a lot of teachers could do more for
No,
their
you're not
kids,
wrong.
but
Yeah.
it's a systematic problem, right?
Right.
Because a teacher that makes like $12 an hour isn't gonna want to pull all the stops to help your one kid. And even though realistically they could do more, they're not making enough to care. And I don't blame them, right? Like they're not.
Right.
They Your kid needs to some degree fall in line to make their job easier. This is a 9 to 5 for them. Like they need to get do their job. Um, if teachers were paid more to care, then it'd be different. It'd be like, hey, listen, you get paid $30 an hour. I want $30 an hour of
Yeah.
pay attention to my kid. But it's just not what they're paid. It's just not. It's not worth it for them to care that much. So I see both sides, I guess. But for me, it was never for the paycheck. Like I always wanted and a lot of teachers are. A lot of teachers are really excellent and will go above and beyond. James's teacher this year, she works 3 jobs. I saw her at a Bath and Body Works and like died. I was like, "Oh my goodness, you are getting all the gift cards for Christmas. Like you deserve so much more money." Uh, like I saw her at her second job and I was like, "What in the world?" I was embarrassed for her a little bit. Like just for her cuz I was like, "Why you have to work 2 jobs? You work all day as a teacher and then you have to come to this job? How do you live?" And then
Yeah.
in October, she also works at Spirit Halloween on weekends. Crazy.
Mm.
That's wild. But she deserves she goes above and beyond with the kids. Like she works really hard with James. And I really appreciate her. And I'm like, you do that and you still don't make enough to work one job? Like you shouldn't have to work 2 jobs if you work as hard at one job, you know?
Right.
So I do. I've
It's a
given
lot of
her
messed up stuff.
quite a few in gift cards already this year. Like, here you go. Here's more money. You deserve it. Here's an Amazon gift card.
Oh, Gallia is such a bad news for Briar. She's not having.
Mm,
It's like every interaction, she just gets screwed. Like
that
it's
sucks.
like, yeah. Like if I'm channeling W and she pushes me away with E, then she still gets taunted because it goes off right away.
I'm not gonna lie, jerk up last time felt really good.
Say it again. Sneezed. Tilted.
Go it up.
What'd you say?
I said the last dive felt really good.
Less dime?
Dive.
Dive. Oh, yeah. I got you. I like the one where he went under the first turret. Just use it.
Oh, I got an S. Let's go.
Me too. Good job. S on Z and A ramps. Pretty impressive.
S on Z
Yeah.
just feels good. You feel like a badass after getting that, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Does anybody else want to join us?
Wait, what?
Is it we're doing ARAMs.
I love the How Much
No.
Mother reference, Ash.
I'm not gonna play Aaron.
Okay.
But yes, he did break up with me on my birthday. It was really messed up. It was my sweet 16.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
My first ever boyfriend broke up with me on my birthday. The way we broke up was so messed up too. Because he was supposed to come to my birthday. This was like I never had birthdays growing up at all. My parents didn't really celebrate. I grew up in a really big family. I grew up with 4 siblings. And
Okay.
so we never celebrated birthdays. We just never really did. Our celebration of birthdays was like you got to pick which restaurant we went to go eat, and that was it, right? Um,
Same restaurant, box cake, and
yeah,
like
like normal stuff.
small gift.
But it
Yeah.
wasn't terrible. It wasn't bad. I didn't hate it. But for my
Yeah.
sweet 16, I was like, I had a job. I got a job at 14, so I had my own money, and I was like, I'm going to plan my own birthday, and I did. I went and got everything pink, and it
Oh.
was a sweet 16. The theme was like sugar and candy, so I went
Oh
and bought
wow.
like all pink like Starburst and all pink. Like I went and bought like all pink candy, right? And like I had a cotton
Oh
candy machine there
cool.
too. Like I went all out. Because I've been
Okay.
working since I was 14. I didn't have bills to pay, so like I had a lot of expendable money.
Yeah.
Um, so I did plan this whole Sweet 16. It was super fun, and I was spending the entire morning like getting it all together and getting it all set up. And I was texting my boyfriend. I was like, so excited to see you today. He didn't have a car. We were 16, so like, and he was a little younger than me, so I think he was 15. And we we were like, okay, so excited to see you tonight at the party. Um, I'll I'll send my mom to come get you or whatever. And then my mom comes back from like grabbing the cake and picking up my boyfriend, and she came up without my boyfriend, and I was like, dude,
Oh.
where's my boyfriend? And she was like, oh well, he said you didn't text him back and you
What?
didn't want him to come to to the birthday party. And I go and find my phone, which was plugged in, and I see like 100 texts, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I feel so bad. Like I texted him when I woke up in the morning, but I was just planning the party. Like I was setting up the tables and cleaning the carpets and stuff, and like getting it all set and blowing up 100 balloons. We played this game where we had like truth or dare questions in balloons. It was a really fun game. Like I had so much to set up for the party that I just wasn't on my phone. And so because of that, he just thought I hated him, I guess, and didn't want him to come to the party. So he didn't get in the car with her and didn't come to my party.
That's
And so
wild.
the entire party, I was crying. Like the entire party. Like I
Oh.
had so all my friends were there, and my next boyfriend was actually at that party. Um, and he like was like I honestly probably would have never dated him if my boyfriend didn't break up with me on my birth. Like I was so sad. I was a wreck. I was just like crying the entire time. Couldn't enjoy anything. And all of my
That
friends were
sucks.
like, "Aw, like if he loved you, he'd be here." And I'm like, "I know he doesn't,
Right.
obviously."
Yeah.
And yeah, we broke up like the next day. I like called him and I was like, "Hey, listen, that was really disrespectful. I like that was really rude of you to do that to me." And he had kind of done stuff like that before. It was kind of just really inconsiderate, and that was kind of the nail in the coffin. And I was like, "That was really messed up. Like you can't treat me like that." And he was like, "Well, then I guess we're broken up then." And I was like, "Okay." So he
It's like,
kind of did the
damn.
breaking up, but it was kind of mutual because I did go to him and be like, "Hey, that was rude."
I gotta tell you about a time when I was sad going to a party. As long as
Okay, you
I'm
can
not
get him.
cutting off your story.
You're
I got my bubble popped about Santa when I was
good.
like 10. So I believed that shit hard. And it was just my mom slipping up. By accident, she just like was that. And I was going to a like uh one of my teammates we were doing soccer
Yay!
my first
That's
year.
melee. I'll be able to slap things and get clink stats.
Dings.
Ding,
And
ding.
yeah, one of the girls was holding a party. And
I'm not Tank, by the way.
so on the way there, I was just like crying, like didn't have. I mean, I was okay after a while. I showed up just completely heartbroken,
Oh yeah, of course.
and it was
Understandable.
in the yeah, it was at the end of summer, and one of my ways of coping was watching Christmas movies, and my dad was like, why are you watching that right now?" It's like because I want to. Don't worry about it.
Mhm.
My yeah, was unfortunate. But had to find out something. That's interesting for sure. What the fuck would I turn a tier? I don't think I want a tier.
And the question I just got is what's the biggest you've had?
Holy mother! of
The biggest. That's a
God.
good question. I'm
I don't even know.
curious.
People okay,
Like, the smallest.
I feel
and the
like people
biggest, I want.
people pretend that like in mid conversation you're like kissing and you're like, oh hey, what size is it by the way? Like
By the
9,
way,
10,
I'm 12 and
you know, like
3/7.
I don't believe guys anyway. Even if a guy told me, yeah, I'm 10, I wouldn't believe him.
Dudes
I'd be
are.
like, whatever.
I have no
Dude.
idea.
Wait, isn't 10 incredibly low?
Yeah.
They're
I think
like inhuman almost.
my first was with 8. Like that was a rough time. I thought it was supposed to be really painful. Like I just thought baseline, intimacy would hurt so bad because that was my first time ever. I was like,
Sure.
oh my goodness,
Yeah.
this is ginormous.
That was your impression.
But I think the biggest was a little bit bigger than that. It's probably like 9 or 10, I think. But it was actually one of the people that I was just friends with, and the reason why I hesitated to even include them as a number is because it hurt so bad that I was like tap out like 2 seconds in. Like I was like no,
Oh,
and then we
yeah.
went and grabbed ice cream. Like it was like nope. Like
Mm.
actually not doing that. It was, let me see which number it was. I think
She's acting like she just
This is
has
such
it
an aggressive
saved on her
game.
computer.
it was number 8.
Yes, it
It was
is.
number 8.
Oh, I thought you were gonna. I thought you were gonna look for a different number.
Interesting.
No. I was just saying the person. it was.
Another Briar? Oh my god.
No.
My favorite ADC, Ezreal, of course.
Ashrail. He's my favorite ADC.
What do you need from me?
Someone just asked why people think I'm trans.
That's a good
This is
question.
one of the questions.
We don't know.
I don't know. I genuinely don't. Why do
Yeah.
people? I don't. I'm gonna answer this question.
I'm gonna assume it has to do with facial structure. Because you know how we were talking about like how some features that are typically on black women that tend to look more masculine. I
think black women look more
that
masculine?
might be it.
Get
I
them
wouldn't say you
canceled,
look
guys.
masculine, in my opinion. But if you have like a wider nose, then that tends to.
Are you saying she needs a nose job?
Astro,
Bruh,
you
this
already
is
did.
this is this is yours.
Okay, but for real, like, what is wrong with my nose, Ash?
You keep me out of your little nose circuits. That's so funny.
I hate
So,
having big
anyway,
lips because, like, my lip gloss gets gunky really fast.
but what about kissing though?
I love kissing.
Me too.
I'm a
And
big fan of kissing. I am
more
a
lip
big
kissing,
advocate.
really fun. Makes
Kissing
me
is so
feel
much fun.
so good. So, sad little thing. A large portion of my relationship, like, just she wasn't into making out anymore, and she just wasn't. It was really sad.
You know, I think it's really interesting. I'm sorry that
What's
happened
that?
to you.
I appreciate that. That was hard for me.
Yeah, that can make
It's
it
like,
really
can we
hard
change
for.
it? She's just like, I don't know why. I'm like, okay, cool.
Evan doesn't really kiss me unless I've like full on like Listerine and all the stuff.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
But I have the exact opposite reaction with him. Like I prefer when it's been a while. Like
Oh,
I don't know why,
interesting.
and I'm not usually like that. Like usually, I'm usually pretty neutral either way. But like his
Yeah.
natural stinky breath is hot. I don't know why.
That's fair. Yeah.
It just smells good. Like sometimes
Mhm.
we'll just be talking and like we'll be like cuddling or something and like he says something and I'm
Say more words, funny
like
man.
I know. And he always catches on to now cuz now he'll be like and I'm like no please please say something talk to me and he'll be like covering his mouth and I'm like no
Oh, that's
keep talking.
funny. Oh no. That's really cool. I like how unique we can all be sometimes.
Yeah, I mean I obviously not all the time. Sometimes he'll have pickles and I'm like okay listen
Oh, sure. Yeah.
toothbrush right now. Um,
Yeah.
actually, so embarrassing. I shouldn't say the story. I honestly did not kiss him for like 2 weeks or something because the most
Okay.
embarrassing thing happened. I ate a pickle, right?
I ate a
I like
pickle.
pickles.
End of story. I ate a
I ate a pickle, and then
pickle.
like 2 hours later, him and I are like kissing,
Okay.
and he pulls back and goes, "Ew!" And
Oh no.
I'm like,
Oh no.
what? He pulls out like a little piece of.
Oh no.
I was
Oh
like,
my gosh.
I died. I never had anything so embarrassing happen in my entire life. I was like, okay, well, there's some rope, I
I
think.
would need major
Like,
reassurance after that one.
dude, I major reassurance. But I did. I was 2 hours later. You skip on. It was like 2 hours. It was hours. Like it was a while after, and
Oh,
I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe
wow.
it's still in there. Like it must have been like
Yeah.
caught in my teeth or something. Like I was devastated. It was so bad. But yeah, I did not kiss him for a while after that because I was terrified that like I would like
It-
go to kiss him or like he would go to kiss me and I'd be like, no, I'm traumatized. He's like, it was the guy in my mouth. Why are you traumatized? I'm like, no,
oh,
I'm
the
traumatized.
reaction. Yeah.
He didn't react bad. He just thought it was funny. Like he was like,
Oh, you
ah.
said ew, like that would get me.
But yeah, he did say ew because it was
Yeah.
like a texture thing. I mean, like I don't blame him. I would have
Oh,
said ew
oh,
too.
oh,
It was
okay.
disgusting.
Fair.
If someone's pickle from their mouth went into my mouth,
That's a good way of putting it.
like
That makes sense.
their mouth germs in my mouth,
Oh my gosh.
so that's my very embarrassing story. How you know I'm real? Because yeah, I I could have not shared that story and it would have been better, but I did.
Hey,
So
you're a homie. You're one of the homies.
I'm not perfect. I do gross stuff. I I love doing gross stuff, but it's different when it's on
Me
accident. That
too.
one was on accident, so it was embarrassing. I intentionally do gross stuff to him all the time, and that's different.
Mm,
It's different.
Yeah, I
mm.
get that.
I miss women.
You miss what?
I miss women.
Women?
Having any sort of like romantic sexual is so I love it so much.
I mean, it is a vibe. It gets hard to do
It's
anything
fun.
else though. Like that's something that I haven't been in a physical relationship until he was here, right? Like before that, it's been forever. Um, like Robbie and I don't do that
Mhm.
stuff ever because he's safe. He doesn't like
No,
he'll
you're
hug
right.
me. He'll hug me most of the time like that. That's usually okay. Um, one
Mhm.
of the physical things we did a lot was like he'd get home from work, and when he gets home from work, like the boots they have a little heel in them, so he'd be like a little bit extra taller than me, which he's already a little bit taller than me,
Oh,
but
okay.
he'd be
Yeah.
extra taller than me, and so he like
Mhm.
could put his chin on my head, and so he
Oh,
would. That's what he
that's
would do all the
cute.
time. Like he'd get home from work and like he'd be like, "Hi, sweetheart," and I'd be like, "Oh my goodness, kids were crazy today," and he would just like hug me and then like put his
Yeah.
head on my head, and I'd be like,
Oh.
and then he would just do that for as long as I needed. But besides that, like we never kissed like ever. Um,
Mm. Okay.
any every once in a while he would like use me,
Sure.
but it was very much more um self-fulfillment with a partner, you know?
Mhm.
Because he didn't like any of the foreplay or any of that stuff. Like he didn't like it. Which is fair, right? But like as far
Mhm.
as but it's one of those things, you know, it's like red pill, blue pill, you know, where it's like you get the most amazing, wonderful, supportive partner ever, but they
Okay.
don't like touching you ever. It's kind of like that. Like, cause he's so amazing, but like I'm gross
Mhm.
to him. Like I have
Oh,
cooties.
sure.
It's like, hey, he will love and support you in every single way, and he's your best friend, and you love talking to and
Oh, I
hanging out with
found
and
out. I
interacting
thought I
with
had
him.
Flash.
But you might as well have AIDS.
Oh,
Like, but he think you
yeah,
stinky
you
poo
can
poo.
still be really into someone with AIDS. It's just
It's true, true.
it's rough.
But it's so funny because it really was like that, where it was like, he loves me, and I know he loves me, but
Yeah,
I'm a stinky poo poo girl to him.
I'm a stinky pee pee poo poo.
Stinky pee pee poo poo.
Yeah, that's
But it's one of those
awesome.
things where it's like, I understand that it's his sexuality. He's ace. It's not my fault.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it was really hard for me to like accept that, especially when my coping mechanism with my trauma throughout my life has been hypersexuality. Like that's
Oh, okay.
I just joined the chat to the voice of you saying stinky pee pee poo poo. Hi Evan.
Hello.
Love you.
Hey, pee pee poo poos.
I called him a pee pee poo poo boy earlier because he pooped twice today,
Oh,
and I was
dude.
like he was in the bathroom, and I was like, "You pee pee poo poo boy."
That's awesome. That's actually dope.
He's gonna get mad at me for saying that. Love you.
Dude, this character. This is the smoothest NAS game. This feels so good. It's because they're all melee.
I'm not mad. Oh, he says he's really pissed. He says
True,
he's gonna beat me up when he gets home. Oh no.
Hey, let's back to talking about trauma. Let's teach him what we talked about today.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about a lot of trauma today. Oh, also
Why?
unrelated, Evan. I don't know if you saw my story, but Robbie said I can get a cat, or not a cat, a bunny. We're getting a bunny. We are getting a bunny.
Bunny.
When
Cool.
he gets his paid money, when he gets his TDY money, we're getting a bunny. Non-negotiable. I want one. Yes, yes, I have the proof. I said, wait, for real? And he said, yes. Please, yes.
Damn. Okay.
Please, yes. And it is the big chunky monkey one. A giant Felmish rabbit. For real, they eat the poopy. They really eat poop. I'm sorry you didn't
Dude,
get a
have you
good
ever
morning
looked
this
into
morning.
why animals eat poop?
My dog eats poop. And it's I googled it, and it's because they're like covering the tracks. So she specifically
Oh,
ate diapers.
okay.
Like she would eat my kids' diapers, like just the poop ones. And I'd be like, "Oh my goodness,
I
she's never
found
eaten
an
poop
answer of
before."
like it might be because they smell like undigested proteins or something.
Oh no, I
But
like specifically with dogs because they're pack animals. They would eat the poop of like
see
the
that
tiny dogs.
makes a little more sense.
Like they would
Oh,
eat the
okay.
poop of the babies. That way, when people like are following them, like predators, they don't know that
Yeah.
there's a puppy with them. Basically, because puppies are
Oh,
easy.
that's really cool.
And so that's what my dog never got into the trash, never ate anything gross like that. But then when I had kids, she would sneak into the trash and eat the poopy diapers, and I'd be like, "Oh my goodness, Atari, what you psychopath!" They
Mm.
unironically will die if they don't eat their own poop. They need to digest it twice to get the micronutrients from their food. That's disgusting. That is so gross.
Women fuck with autistic.
Evan, why do you know so many animal facts?
Dude, the enemy Yone just asked if women fuck with autistic men. I was like, yeah, I've actually talked to someone who loves autistic men, and I had a wife for 7 years.
7 years?
Yes,
You never
yes,
told me
I
how
did.
long. That's a long time.
Oh, yeah, I'm an open book about it. I'm
But you've said
surprised it never
before
came
that you
up.
were married, but I didn't know the amount of years.
Oh, I was with her for 7 years. The actual marriage is technically 5.5. I just don't really pay attention to it because
Oh
it
yeah, I
doesn't
mean,
change anything to me. She go to another school. Met her at band camp.
someone said I should definitely get into more cosplay. Cosplay is expensive. I can't afford it.
Yeah, I think cosplay is cool, but I do not have the like mental energy for it or the money. Yeah. And then
I
I would
do
have
think
to fight
cosplay is fun,
my
but I also
consciousness
your consciousness.
in the sense self consciousness, I should say.
Yeah, like people are
I
so
can.
mean to cosplayers.
Right.
Like anytime I
Oh,
see a
really?
really good cosplayer, like especially on like TikTok, people will
That's
always
what I'm
say,
saying.
"Oh, this person did better." Like in their comments,
Oh
and I'm
my
like, "That's
god!
so rude."
Wow.
That is like such
Yeah.
a mean thing to say to someone. It really is. Especially when you put like all the time and effort into like
Right.
making the look and all this stuff,
And
and
like
then
when
just
you
in
feel
their comments they're
proud.
like, "Oh, Nora Fawn did
Yeah.
better."
You're just like you're
Like,
not good.
bro,
Yeah.
let me enjoy the stuff I spent so much time on. I'm glad that you think this
Right.
person did good, but like that's why I don't ever post what I do. Like,
You know how you said you're a perfectionist with stuff?
mhm.
That's one of the things that I feel perfectionist about. It's like if it doesn't look exactly right to me, then I would have an issue.
Yeah, that's my issue too. Like, I would love one thing, not necessarily cosplays, but I would love to do like outfits inspired by. Like, I would love to
Oh,
do a underground city like outfit. I would love to do like inspired fits that are like kind of like similar because I really love fashion and I really love style. And
yeah.
I've until my adult years, I haven't really been able to express it much, but now I have more freedom to do that. So like
Mhm.
now I can. But like I feel like people are so critical of things they see online that I wouldn't be able to handle.
It's projection, which is
People are
interesting.
really mean. I don't mind
Mhm.
being cringy. I don't mind being like embarrassing online. I don't really mind that, but like when it comes to like the way you look being part of your brand, that's why I don't do makeup like looks, like why
Oh, right.
I don't post stuff about being pretty really because I don't want people to be like, "No, you're not. You're ugly." Like I just keep it out of the conversation usually. Like that's why I
Yeah.
don't really post a lot of like thirst traps on TikTok or anything. Like I would die of embarrassment when people would be like, "You're trash, you're ugly, actually, you're mid." I get those comments.
Mm.
Anytime I do
Oh,
something that's
yeah.
like
Oh,
kind
I
of
bet.
thirst trappy. Like there was one time I posted my Velma outfit and someone said,
Oh,
You have a
no.
flat ass." And I was like,
Oh my
"For what? For
god.
what? Why?" One that has nothing to do with the
Why
outfit.
does it fucking matter to you?
And also like it's just so mean. It's just so mean. So I don't really like to
Yeah.
post like my outfits, my looks that often.
Yeah. I can't too much
Snapchat's
internet
easier. I feel like
interaction in
Snapchat
that
gets
sense.
less hate though. Like I feel like I get less negative because it's more like
Yeah. Yeah.
less anonymous. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
I
It's
I
very
know your
direct.
face. You sent me selfies. You know, I know what you look like.
Mhm.
Can't send me that many mean. I'm talking with my hands too much, but like you can't be as anonymous as you can on other apps. Like I feel like TikTok and
He's
Instagram and
autistic.
stuff is way more anonymous, way more like, you don't know who I am.
Yeah.
And I feel like on Snapchat too, like people have it like able to like interact with me a little bit more, so they know that I'm fragile and I'll cry. So
Oh,
they're
you know
nice.
what I like with cosplay a lot is gender bends.
Oh, me too. Those are
It's
cool.
so cool to me. It's so cool.
People
I love
hate
them.
like there are a lot of people that hate concept cosplays, and I think they're so creative.
Really.
Like if you
Yeah.
want something that's just a copy and paste, you can CGI. Like you can like
Right.
AI generate, oh, Jinx in real life. Like you can do that. But like you
Mhm.
want the creativity of like, "Ooh, what would this character look like Jinx with her hair unbraided, or like when people take stuff and then interpret it. I think it's cool.
That is,
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
Like I said, I feel like cosplay don't get enough credit as they should. Like people are so, like you said, they're judgmental, and they compare them to everybody just because somebody does. It doesn't take away from the work that they did and how good that they look.
Mhm.
And it's just dumb that people should stop comparing shit and just enjoy cosplay as an art, which is what it is.
Yeah,
Enjoy the art.
honestly,
Like
people should just enjoy things more. But people have a hard time just like accepting and liking the stuff they see.
Mhm.
People can be really negative. I'm really fortunate that on my Snapchat most people are pretty kind. But I
You're
also do
trash.
block people if they're mean. So
I mean, I'm not mean.
Trans people like
Well, okay. With the exception, I'm mean to Ash. Everybody else, I'm nice to.
Ash is fun to bully
Agreed.
because he's a good boy. He can take it.
I mean, I can take it too, so I don't.
He's not listening.
Wait,
No.
I am.
wait. No.
I mean, to be fair, Ash bullies me too, so it's our little thing we just do back and forth.
Who are you looking
When does
for?
Ash bully anybody?
I wanted Kha'Zix, and the
What are you
motherfucker
talking?
wouldn't
He
give it
bullies
to
me all the time. What are you smoking?
And then
Nothing yet.
fucking put it in the pool, and
Mhm.
someone else was able to take it. The fuck you do? Give me the fucking champ, you bitch.
He just made fun of me for my own 14 start
sir.
yesterday.
Kha'Zix is one of my favorite ARAM champs.
You know,
outside
in
of,
my
like,
defense, you are the one that brought it up.
I don't know what you're
I
talking about.
just-
I didn't know. Nope.
I
Brought
just
what up?
responded.
Such a lie.
What happened?
It's 0-14 thing in chat earlier.
Such a lie.
Triple
I
heart.
would never bring it up.
because I love you.
It's like it's like saying Yumi, or as Yumi said yesterday, I was being mean to her. That was a lie too.
No, you're mean to me every day.
It's such
so
a lie.
true.
You bullied me
I mean,
earlier.
Can confirm.
No, see, I could have bullied you. Like I could have stayed anonymous. I could have just. You would never know my
Not
Twitch
anonymous.
No,
name.
I would have just blocked you. I don't care. See, the issue about me being content with being a small streamer forever, like, I don't have an issue blocking people if they're mean. I don't care. Just boop.
I couldn't be mean.
If you really want to bully her, you should just play against her in customs.
Only you and
No,
Jerk can
no,
bully me in
no.
custom.
You gotta think about it this way. If you really want to bully her, you bad talk Yumi. That's the easiest way to do
No.
it.
No, then you just get disconnected from the Discord magically.
No,
Really weird.
I don't hate you.
The Yumi fairies come for you.
Just have her not be able to lane in customs. She loves it.
Oh,
I don't. I cry.
Cry every
We should do
time.
customs again.
Yeah.
I'm down
They're
for
so
custom
fun.
between the people.
We should make. They should
I'm
allow
definitely gonna
customs. There you go.
I said I'd probably stay out of the custom because there's a good chance whoever team I'm on is going to be losing.
I mean,
Whatever team
yeah,
I'm on is
it
losing.
It's not
happens.
bad if you haven't played with me yet.
That's alright.
To be fair, I think there should be like a limit to certain customs. Like
What do you mean?
one time
What do
you'll
you
do
think?
one time you'll do like gold to iron, and then you do like
Hmm.
gold to emerald. Like there's so many different people in the Discord, and especially with a lot of the iron players in here,
work though.
they will end their ass off, and it's not fun when you're against them, and it's not really that fun when you're with them either.
Yeah. I think it would be fun if we did do a custom where it was like all iron players. I think that'd be hilarious.
That'd be interesting.
I don't even think we could find 10 though.
My first experience with customs with y'all, I said I did not want to play jungle and I wasn't good at it. I had to play jungle into a diamond jungler who took my
To me?
entire top side before his
Oh,
side of the jungle. Yeah, no,
I think it was
well,
Ian.
yeah. Jungle's one of
I-
the ones that
prefer-
like really can't mismatch, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Dude, they all have Dark Harvest.
I did jungle again in one of the customs and it was bad. What was my KDA Ash, like 1 in 12 or something? It was so
I
bad.
don't know.
It was terrible. I had like 20
The only
PS.
thing I remembered from that game, because everyone was inting except for us, was that you killed Joy.
Yeah, I did. That one time I killed him. It was lovely.
That's the only thing I remember from that game, because that's the only thing I wanted to remember.
It was the only kill I got all game. But I got it successfully.
think-
Target acquired.
Unless the mismatches are really big, it usually isn't too terrible, unless like jungle. But
From what I've noticed,
but when they're
and it's
really big, it's like it's unfortunate. Like, damn, like you don't want to uninclude anyone, but at the same time, it's like this is kind of rough too. So what do you do?
from what I've noticed, every iron and bronze player that I've seen in this Discord will react really slowly to callouts. Like Like
They're
the
tunneled in
fiddlesticks would be
empty.
ganking them, and you would say that they need to back up, and they will respond after like a second or maybe 2.
Oh, sure.
And then at first they will click in the opposite direction. Like they will walk
Oh.
forward first before walking backwards.
Are you talking about me?
Interesting.
No,
I was gonna say
you're not
thanks.
bronze or iron.
I know,
I
but I
have a-
kind of
Hmm.
play like I am.
So
I have
I
kind
was
of a-
I was rewatching your stream, and remember when Tranquil said that I yelled at him? I didn't realize this until the second time I watched it, but I remember what it was about because he got dove by Cassiopeia, and I told him to just walk away because the tower was gonna kill Cassio, but he walked forward and he gave away the kill for no reason whatsoever.
Mm.
And I was like, just walk backwards.
Thanks for calling me out, Ash. I appreciate it.
It
I
wasn't
have
you.
I have a funny way to.
No, but I am
relate
a
that,
bronze
Ash.
player right now, so therefore I fit that category.
Well, you know,
running mechanics.
People who are in bronze for different reasons.
No.
When people start a run, there's like a really common habit where people will put their foot back first and then go forward.
Whatever
And,
you may say about iron and bronze players, for different reasons, they all do not really know how to play the game. Like, the micromanagement in piloting your character is just not there.
Yeah.
I don't pilot my character very well.
You play Yumi, you don't have to pilot it.
Shut
She's
up.
been playing Melio.
I don't play Yumi that often.
I know. It's a shame.
But I lean into that all the time. Like
That is a
I'll
lot of
make
people.
memes and be like, I don't even know how do you like move to right click? Like how do you click? How do you move? I don't even know how to walk around in League. It makes people so mad. I love it.
Dude, I love making that joke. Most people won't answer me. I'll put it in all chat and they'll just be like, nah. Like, oh, okay. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that because I burned my flash the first game because of that reason.
Thank
Not even
you,
gonna
thank
lie.
you, thank you, the Shen. It is you. Thank you. I thought it was you. I was like, that would be a John Bolt right there. He's got my
What?
back. I know it.
Right? Cause see, it was funny because it's like I got I just right click constantly, like instead of left clicking. Like, I was clicking everywhere, like constantly. I was like, okay, I gotta remember, I
Left
don't have to
click
click all the
doesn't
time.
do much stuff. That's okay.
That's why I don't put attack move on left click.
Yeah.
Like, back in the day, you couldn't. Like, you had to actively go into your settings on your computer, like the files, to do that.
Oh wow, that was
But
that's so cool.
But for me, my right hand is aiming and movement only.
Right.
My attacks, every spell, every attack I have is on my left hand, including auto
I
attacks.
tried using mouse buttons when I had them for a while. Like I technically have two, but they're awkward right now.
I try to
Yeah,
A click, but it's
I can't use
It's
mouse
hard.
buttons.
What button do
If
you
it-
bind to auto attack, Ash?
Got it on A.
Yeah, I guess
See,
I got
that
mine
messes
on
me
A.
up because then like, what if I want to
Mine's
Q?
on right click. I A click on right.
Well, you gotta think about it this way, right? Let's say I play Ezreal, for example. I'm not gonna press A and Q at the same time. I will press Q and then A, or I will press A and then Q. Like,
But how do you move your pinky so fast?
I
That a
don't
lot
know.
of years of
You
practice.
do realize that my
Muscle
pinky is
memory.
on my shift and my control. I use 3 fingers to play League.
I use 4, and that took me years to get used to my pinky dexterity.
But what about
I just
R?
hunkered down.
I move my index finger to hit DR.
You ever played Guitar Hero? That's how.
Oh,
game's
see, okay, I
great,
have
by
the
the way.
Q, W, E, R, and then this finger, my thumb, it goes Alt and then space bar.
No. My thumb is just spacebar. My pinky
Yep.
goes to control and shift.
Yep.
And I just use my 3 fingers on QWE, and when I need to hit DR, I will just move my index finger. And then my
Yeah,
ring finger will just hit the A button as well.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm with Ash. That's the exact way I do it, just because I keep my thing by control because you want to level up with your fucking shortcut rather than clicking the skills. So you always gotta have a finger by control.
Oh, I have different keybinds for leveling up. If I press X, it levels my Q. My C levels my W.
Oh,
My
okay.
You know,
B
what's
levels
really
my
funny?
E, and my G levels up my R.
Interesting.
So
That's goofy, but that
G
works.
It is goofy.
G is just normal pinging for me. Control is like back off thing for me because that's default.
Oh,
But the Z to the V is my F keys, so I use that to center
Oh,
around people.
oh, that's
Yeah,
smart.
I use
I use control to level up stuff. That one took a really long time for me to
My
learn.
my
control
F
button's
keys are
broken.
actually my F keys, so I
Oh.
can keep track of the map.
I use too many keys to have individual leveling binds. Like,
No,
if I ever need more keys right now, it'd be really hard to figure out where to put them.
But the reason why I put my F keys on that is because I can just not move my hand and still reach those. Like if I have to go to the F keys, I need to move
Oh,
my
very
hand.
cool.
I was wondering how people use the F keys because Evan does it all the
A lot of
time. He like,
practice.
but he used to be a professional StarCraft player, and so like he
Oh.
is used to like.
Yeah.
Astral has commented on it before that he like tabs through people a lot and goes. It's hard watching his stream sometimes.
When I get
Yeah,
it on
see,
roll,
it's not
I
hard.
use
It's hard for me.
it's not that
Gives
hard.
me a headache.
it took
Watching
me
You
a
have
him
to
while.
get
play
used to
LeBlanc
it.
hurts
Oh,
my
yeah,
head.
The memory.
LeBlanc and
The-
Zed
like-
just give me a headache when I watch him.
That's
The-
fair.
Not fun.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
everywhere.
True. But the biggest reason I think I ended up using the F keys is because I play Shin a lot. So
Mm.
you're
Shen?
constantly
Oh,
looking at
sure.
you're constantly looking at everybody. Like, do I alt here? Do I alt here? It just gets you gotta have that map awareness.
I have bad map awareness. I never know what's happening.
What about when you're playing Yumi, though?
I unironically have way better map awareness when I'm playing Yumi because I don't need to pay as
You
much
don't have to
micro
pay
attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean I'm still like paying attention, but I can like look at my mini map a lot more and I don't need to worry about my
I
movement
play
as much.
Flex a lot with one trick, and the information she can tell us is really cool because, like,
Some reason to kick
you
me out of
cannot
work.
pay attention that much normally, but she has the open time to do. It's really
Yeah,
fun to play
they
with.
get a lot of CC, Jar.
What's that?
They get a lot of CC.
Yeah, and range, and I'm just gonna fucking explode every time. It's gonna be great. I'm glad we have you, though. This is this is I really would have liked
I'll
playing
be more
Kha'Zix
used to
this
it
game.
once I have Hydra.
I do not like playing Ambessa in this game. It's just she's not gonna have fun.
You okay?
Who?
Me?
No, Yumi.
What did I do?
Oh,
You keep
when that's
fiddling
when that's
around with your
the
Yumi pillow,
I know
like
I'm just
cuddling it, putting it back, cuddling it, putting it back.
I do feel a little funky. I feel restless. I don't know why. I don't know what I want to do.
That's
I'm not
actually
the
that's
only
a
one
nice
that's noticed that.
observation.
You know,
Why
Ash
do-
is so
That
observant.
would be a really good way to tell if I'm not okay.
Why did our buddies stay back and keep like keep fall? Get out
Unga
there.
mugga fight. I don't know what
Oh,
you
we got the kill.
Hmm
No, no,
Oh, I'm sad you died.
It is the red
I had
one.
his ass.
no. He had the red one.
Oh, the big one. I'm so not enjoying this.
Is this gonna turn into an origami stream?
Yo, dude, when I was a kid, I did a lot of origami. I thought it was so fun.
I have a lot of.
I can't do
favor.
origami to save my life.
I made so much stuff. There's actually an origami owl still on my dad's wall
Aw,
that I
that's
made him
cute.
for his birthday. Yeah, it's like
I haven't finished my Christmas card, so I was gonna do something with that.
it's over 15 years old, so it's like you can tell the aged paper.
Oh, that's
It's
cute.
kind of neat. Yeah. Why is my camera on? If I had kids, my favorite
I
things
know my
would be
limits.
what they make for me.
Dude, I could fill a stream with all the artwork James draws for me. He
You
actually
should.
I'll be
I'd
right
love
back.
to see.
I'll show you what he made me yesterday. He had to do homework because
Hmm.
he didn't go to school on Monday
Yeah.
because he was feeling sick, and so he had homework yesterday that he brought
True.
home. And I was like, okay, James, you got to do this homework, which is not really homework. It was just like what they did in class that day.
Oh, sure.
But
Okay.
it's a good practice, right?
Mm.
And here, I'll bring it. Keep in mind he's 6, so he's not, the best at writing and stuff. But oh, this is so short. You can actually see my underwear. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Hold
Well,
up,
like,
show it again.
wait, no,
Premium.
no, it pulled up just a little bit because I was like sitting down. But so this was his actual homework.
For
It
real
was
estate.
kind of hard to see. But what is the house covered in? Christmas lights. What color are their lights? Red, green, and yellow at night. Because it like has the words here. Anyway, so that's his homework.
Oh, okay.
But then he had this other like coloring book or whatever, and he only had a pen because I had him in his room
Oh.
with a pen, and he was like, "Well, I couldn't color it, mommy, so instead I did this." And he wrote, "I love you, mommy, 'cause you're cute."
Oh.
And then on the back he wrote, "I love you,
Cute.
mommy,"
That's
again.
your cut.
It does say I'm cut. It does say I'm
Yeah.
cut. But I mean,
Mhm.
he tried.
Yumi, are you ripped?
Am I ripped? What do you
Are
mean?
Are you absolutely muscle dummy mommy?
I mean, I have a personal trainer.
Hey,
I went
yo.
to the gym today.
That's cool. I'm actually curious.
Ooh.
What do you do with your trainer? Because I used to be one. for it.
So I have issues with my left knee. It's so I can't really like run on the treadmill very well. I can walk and I can like
Yeah.
briskly walk, but I can't run.
Do you
What I
like
usually
swimming?
do, I do love swimming. Um,
That's a good way to get around
in
that.
the summer, I'm always in the pool, like constantly. Um,
I
but
love
I
swimming.
can also cycle really well. Like I can cycle for a really long time.
Oh, that's really
Um,
good. Okay.
and that was what
Yeah.
one of the things he made me do today was
Mhm.
made me like this is also his homework, but he didn't finish it. He had to like write times on the clock and then write the time over here, but he didn't finish that. I need to yell at him when he gets home. But
It's another reason to love the Netherlands. We have really great bike infrastructure.
really,
Dude, I've heard that's one of the things that it was like. I thought Netherlands was so cool. Is like
Yeah.
I don't know how true it is in
I feel like I should
experience, but,
visit. For fun.
Yeah, you should.
the like
I don't know.
children.
Hotels
I
are so
heard children
expensive.
get to be way more independent and like bike to school when people are actually outside.
Oh, in Japan that happened all the time too. Like you would
It's
see like
like
a 3 or 4 year old walking by themselves. They have
U.S.
like
is
special
so
jackets
lame.
and
They're
stuff.
just like put roads and businesses and cars everywhere, and that's life. Only cool money and stuff, but I hate it.
Yeah, America is so much fun. So much fun. So great. So wonderful. Love it so much.
That's a lie.
Yeah.
I don't.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's some things to like. I can't say I've been anywhere else to like actually compare, but it's in
I've
my
lived
opinion.
around and I do think I know Americans get a really bad rap. I do feel like most Americans are pretty polite. I really
Sure.
do. In
At
comparison
least
to other
I'm in
cultures.
the West.
It
But
depends what state, if I'm completely honest.
yeah, more northern, y'all are kind of rude. Like honestly, I was a
Oh,
little bit
okay.
surprised when I was up north. I was like, dang,
Oh, actually,
people kind of
okay.
rude
When
up
I think
here.
about it, I kind of get that because I think of like
Like
the
New
southern
York,
black
Especially
lady
yeah,
New
like
York
in
is
bigger
notorious
cities.
stereotype.
for bad.
I feel like it's bigger cities mostly.
You're
But
right. Yeah.
people are like,
Yeah.
ugh.
I don't really like city like at all.
But I feel
It
like it's less of an
stresses me.
etiquette, less of a like actually nice. Because I'm sure other cultures are nice, but like it feels mean. Like in Germany, people will stare at you, and that is so rude in America. Like in America, you don't stare at
Oh
people.
yeah, right.
That shit will get you
Dude, my
shot.
tism would be very happy there,
Dude,
but I would feel threatened.
I know I wouldn't like it either. And also in Germany, I don't know about Netherlands. I don't know if it's the same over there, Ash. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But in Germany, personal space does not
Oh.
exist when you're in public spaces. Like you'll be like grocery shopping, and in America, like if someone's standing in front of you and you want the thing behind them, you wait. You stand there
Right,
awkwardly and
right.
you do this thing where you
Uh,
like pretend you're looking at something else, waiting for that person to move. You like peruse the shelves when you really
just-
want that thing.
So
I don't
Here
pretend,
the-
No,
but
they just go,
yeah.
mine, and they take it. They're like, "Pah."
Really? Oh my
Yeah,
god.
they will reach in
It
front
re-
of you. And I'm like, bro.
it really depends on the person that does it. Like, not everyone does it. Most people will just wait.
It
But
happened
it
so
also
many times
depends
now.
on how you stand in front of the products.
Maybe I'm standing bad. I don't know. But it happened so many times. Like when I would be like checking out or something and people would like reach for a pack of gum, like almost touching me, and I'm like, don't get that close.
They're touching me.
I know, but I feel like it's not them being rude. I feel like just in other cultures, or like specifically around the place I lived, I guess. But like it just isn't that rude to get close to people. You know, where in
Yeah, they
America, it's
just
like,
want to
give me a
start.
bubble, give me a bubble. Like bubbles are a big
Yeah.
thing in America.
It's
You don't get that close
interesting
to
because
people.
my bubble tends to be a lot smaller than other people's, but like I wouldn't be able to handle what Germany does either.
Mhm.
It's just my
Yeah.
experience, but you know,
I mean,
it bothered
most
Robbie a lot
people-
too.
Most people will either wait or ask if they can,
Oh.
move aside. But
Okay.
Maybe it's
yeah,
because
if
I
they're in a
looked
hurry-
American and they didn't want to talk English. I don't know. Maybe that was it.
If they're in a hurry or they just don't care, people will just take the stuff. I mean, they won't push you aside, but they'll
Yeah, nobody ever
try to
touched me.
figure a way to get there.
But the
Sure.
amount of old guys that would stare at me, that was weird too. Like old people just like staring you down, like at the mall, just like without forgive. Like when I've been out and
Interesting.
about and like people like you make eye contact with someone, you smile a little bit and you look away. That's the etiquette. Like you go
Sure.
in Germany, I had the interaction so many times. You make eye contact with someone, smile, look away. They don't. They keep looking. They don't care. They're just like, yeah, I was looking at you. And they just keep
It's
staring. And it's like,
interesting on like
bro.
an animalistic level. The one who looks away first
Mhm.
is typically
But you're
like,
supposed to. That's
subconsciously
the manners is to look away. But it's
less
not rude.
dominant or
If you're staring with intent, you might as well, stare.
well,
No, I
staring
mean it's not with
refers
intent.
to
They're just like looking. Like they weren't. It was obviously harmless. Like every time, it wasn't like they were doing anything.
looking for a long
No, but
period of time.
if they're intentionally looking in your direction, then why would they look away, right? If it's just randomly and you
That's
need eye
weird.
contact,
Oh,
then it's like, oh, this wasn't okay.
No,
then you
in
just kinda-
America, like if you catch someone looking at you, they look away. Like they got caught in 4K. They
yeah.
they look away every time. Every time you'll look. Every once in a while, you'll get a super creepy guy that's like, staring at you, and you're like, whoa, I need a big bubble from you, sir. It's very rare though. It's
You know-
super rare. In Germany, it happened all
you
the
know-
time, and I was like, bro,
I
why
have
are
a
you
hard
looking at me?
time not looking
Mhm.
at certain like the titties out or something.
Are you insinuating that I'm out here with my stuff out?
No, just like women in general. It's like there's a
Women.
strong
Not real.
Have
desire
you
to
seen?
look. It's hard
Have you-
not for me to look a long time.
Have you seen those TikToks of Vi and Caitlyn, where Caitlyn asks why Vi puts her hand on her ass, and she says it's an accident,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
No.
and then it's still an accident later?
Yeah.
And she wouldn't remove her hand. I kind of feel like it's like that. Like you
Interesting.
might as well own up to it, right?
I see.
That is
Seems
definitely a
odd.
different in culture, because like no, dude, they don't do that in America at all. Also, I've heard that Americans lean a lot more than other countries.
Probably.
Yes, we do.
And I did notice that in Germany. I don't think I ever saw anyone leaning, like ever. I don't really remember Japan very much because I was in middle school there, so I don't remember a whole lot when it comes to like aneurysms because I wasn't looking for that. Hi, Chucky, Chaviki.
Yeah, I find really amusing about this chat. I assume
Mm.
most of us have some
Why
sort
do
of
you have so much CC?
ADHD, and we all like have to say our thing and talk over each other.
Wait, what, jerk?
I said what I notice about our group of people in our chat is like I'm assuming most of us have some sort of ADHD and have to say our thing. We keep talking over each other.
Yeah, I'm mad about that.
Yep.
Just like I'm.
I'm bad about it.
I've actually been tested and I don't have ADHD.
Really?
Well,
Well,
Yeah.
what do you have? Because you're messed up now. Just kidding.
yeah, right.
Like
I
you
am
got
fucked up.
something, bro.
Ash. You can't be the normal
You
in this
got
group,
some
damn
form
it.
of cooties.
It's the cooties. That's right.
It's okay. I got cooties too.
You,
You can't make us all look bad because you're normal. So you gotta have something.
Dude, fuck the normie. Kidding. What is
Had an
normie?
offer.
Right?
My name's Normies.
No, it's a song.
My name is Normies.
Normies.
Yeah, fuck the Normies.
Hi, my name is Normie.
Wow.
Welcome to the AA meeting.
I don't want this guy. I don't really want this guy either. I'll take that guy.
I don't know. I
No.
just
Question
fuck
mark?
everybody. Let everybody have their own opinions. Let people think what the fuck they want to think of
Otherwise,
me. They don't like me. They
If
don't
you
like
want to
me.
play that,
Move
that's
on.
fine. I'll kind of
It's
look
okay. I don't
for-
like me either. So
It's fine.
we can have something in
I
common.
know that.
Why
I
don't
know,
you
right?
like? Why don't you like
You
yourself?
hate me. You hate me so much. The one thing I look forward to every morning, I don't even get it today.
Okay, what
I'm
happened today?
heartbroken. Yeah, you didn't send me good morning.
Oh.
Oh,
I told
I said
Ash.
I don't like me.
Oh, but no.
why don't you like
I told
you?
Ash. Yeah, why don't you like you first? Then
Um,
I'll get on my story afterwards.
I'm curious.
It's okay.
As someone who's not like myself,
I feel like
hearing
you
the
just
perspective.
hang out with yourself so much that you
Oh,
like you just get annoyed with yourself more easily. You know, I feel like it's hard
I
to
can
really.
get that.
I
Hey,
can
Jerk,
get
can we
that.
go over to Summer's Rift after this one?
What's up, baby?
I
Doing
don't.
work
I
on.
don't think I'm in that
No,
kind
I
of
was.
mindset right now. I'm like
uh,
completely brain off right now.
I told
I'm getting kind of mind
Ash.
numb when they ran.
But if you want to just like be
Mhm.
done too, I'm fine with it. I don't care.
I
But I
told
understand.
Ash yesterday when we were talking. I was like, the one thing I look forward to is like I get one message a day from Yumi. That literally my highlight of the entire day,
That's so
and
sweet.
it's like a good morning. And so I wait
Honestly,
for it,
though,
and
I
then it
understand
didn't
that.
happen today. It didn't happen today. I was so heartbroken.
Dude, she sounds trash. You should stop talking to her.
Yeah, she's so bad.
Yeah, you should
Right?
never talk to that girl again. She
No,
sounds rude.
no. See, next time you tell me good morning, I'm gonna tell you good night. That's what's gonna happen.
Good night. Chaotic.
You're so
You should say
hungry.
good day.
You ate half of
Day.
my.
I said good day.
Yeah,
You're not-
exactly. Like Raj from The Big Bang
Here, do
Theory.
you want some of my yogurt?
Yep. Good day.
Have
I
the
could do that.
table.
That would be the way to do it.
Oh wait,
That's
that's not
funny.
Raj, right? That's from the that 70s show.
No. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
dude,
right.
it's
It's not
again.
Raj.
There we go.
Here we go again. Fucking Ash confusing me like always. Giving me false information again.
I'm reading my abilities.
Okay, that's fine. I can give you a rundown if you'd like.
Do you like it this time? Okay, then put it in the trash.
Q is your hawk two, W is your hawk two, E is your oh shit, and then your R is mom.
I'm on
Wait,
silence saying my
so
autocast is not on my queue.
so
So
Yes.
the Q is
I
you
couldn't
point
play.
point and click. If you hit a champ or if you kill like minions and shit, you get stacks. You want to really focus on that. Your W is a long range poke. You can get a lot of stacks off of that one in this one. And then your E mostly just used for
he's
escape.
going
It doesn't really
Smolder.
do much damage. So
Okay,
it
when
can
I'm
go
done
through
with
walls.
You're playing Smolder, aren't you?
Smolder. She's playing
Oh, I have no
I'm
idea how
making
to
a
play
fortune
I don't even
cookie.
own Smother, so I
And
can't
then
even tell you how to
your
freaking
R
play 'em.
can heal you if you're
Or
in it,
not
and
cookie,
it's like big AoE. Takes a little bit of build.
Oh, I know one of those things. Girls use those in high school all the time.
Use what?
One of those origami things with numbers, and then they'll call a number, and then they'll
Oh,
find
those
a
I'm
the
gonna
question
do-
fucking like
on it.
yeah, those
Yeah,
are so
that game.
fun.
Yeah.
I remember that game.
And then you
That was
open it
way
up
back.
and it's like it says you're trash, don't talk to me. Like, oh damn.
I can't remember. I can't even remember that game called now. It's
Did you guys do
right.
Chinese
Fortune
Wow.
firecrackers?
How is
I
he
know it, don't.
alive?
I used to do a lot of the Chinese firecrackers. There's like a rubber band
Please
thing that
kill
people would
me,
make
thank
and shoot at people with paper. Those
What
were
paper?
paper to me. I didn't shoot people. but I like the little orca. I use those a lot. Try to be creative on like the different things you could put on. I
What's
just
up, baby?
want to have someone to love so much. I
Yep,
had a dream
you can help me
last
make
night
dinner. Sorry.
that I met a girl and she wanted me to date her, and it was just a dream. Nah.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm doing like nose and cheek like nuzzly things that make my brain go brr.
Mm.
Yeah, you
Pretty sure
can
I
ask
don't
me a
Dude,
even have.
question.
I'll straight up have dreams of just like getting hugs from women because like that's super
No, I ask her
attractive to me.
questions all the time.
What's
and she
your
don't even
question?
answer them.
Huh?
Forgets about me.
What
It's
kind of
kind of
question?
wholesome to get dreams that where you get hugs.
No, I said I've asked her questions.
Yeah,
She don't even answer me. She forgot about me.
like
Understandable.
that'll straight up like that'll be the focus of the dream is getting hugged because like I legit need them
Okay,
Don't
Ash.
remember
to
the last.
not go
Pick a
nuts
color.
sometimes. Ooh,
Any color.
you're on. Wait,
Blue.
All right, Ash. I'm
Blue.
gonna
yeah,
judge you off
B
the color
L
that you pick.
U E.
Oh my God, you picked
Okay,
blue. I don't
1,
like you
2,
no more.
3, or
We can't be
4.
friends, Ash.
Okay. Bye.
1, 2, 3, or 4.
Oh, I'll take 3.
okay.
Okay. How do you? You do have a mustache. Go potty. Go potty. What is green, covered in Christmas lights, Christmas bulbs, and goes ribbit?
Oh,
Hermit.
Right?
ah, good guess.
That's what I got. Kermit.
What is
The
it?
Grinch.
No.
It's a mistletoe.
Oh,
Ha ha
Oh.
ha 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 ha.
I thought it was funny. Okay, jerk.
my
Pick a color.
turn. Fuchsia.
Fuchsia.
Okay, how do you spell fuchsia?
Ain't that purple?
FUSCIA, I think.
It's a shade of purple, ain't it? Or is it pink?
Oh.
It's one of
So
the
it's
a
5.
purpley pink
So it's
looking
5
blob.
then, right?
FU. I think there's 6 letters.
6 letters. Why you have to
Yeah.
make that?
Don't ask me.
I
can't
wanted to.
spell.
I wanted to pick a fun color.
Okay.
I can't spell
1,
for my
2,
life.
3,
so-
4, 5, 6. 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3,
Okay.
or 4. Don't pick 3
Um,
because you would be the same one as Ash.
Okay.
So do
I
another
will
one.
pick 2.
How do you
Oh,
know when
there we go.
Santa's around?
My hate's all the fucking cookies on Christmas night. He's round as fuck.
No, how do you know when he's around?
Jingle bells?
That was honestly
Jingle
my
bells
best
is my
guess.
guess.
Is it gonna be some joke with hose?
I was gonna
Whoa.
say jingle
You can
bells.
always sense his presence.
Oh,
Oh, I like that. That's cool.
that was a good one.
Oh, okay. Imagine like if your friend had a bad day, a really bad day. What are all the things you would do to make him or her happy?
Hug.
Oh,
Hug,
that's a tricky
listen,
one.
Hugs are good.
and
Listening is definitely
Yes.
top of the list.
gift, maybe.
Gifts.
I'm a big
Depends.
gift giver. I'm honestly, if my
don't-
friend told me that they were sad, number one thing I would do is try to get them out of the situation. Like I'd be like, "Hey, let's go grab ice cream. Hey, let's go get a
Oh,
snack. Let's
yeah,
go."
I've
Aw.
definitely done that a lot.
Because for me in particular, like that helps me the most. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a disassociative girly. Like, I need to get out of my mind state, or I'm just gonna sit in my sad. So if I
Yeah.
had a
Mhm.
really overwhelming, really bad day, seeing my four walls will make it worse. So
Mm-hmm.
I would be like, let's go somewhere. Let's go do something. My treat. Let's go have dinner. That's what I would do.
Just play League.
No,
Yeah, just
no,
play
I don't
League.
want them to have a worse day.
That will make him realize that his day wasn't actually that bad and it can always be
Thank
worse.
you.
Oh my goodness.
It'd be better. It would cheer him up because then worse can happen.
Okay, Kato. Color.
Okay. Green.
REEN. 1, 2, 3, or 4. You can pick any of them because this is a different side.
Why is it
Oh,
always
wow.
1 to 4?
Because those are the numbers.
Let's go 2. Let's go 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you have 8
How
numbers.
did the elves clean Santa's sleigh the day after Christmas?
Took it to a
How?
shop. I have no idea.
With
I don't even have a guess for
bleach.
that one.
Ooh, Jerk's close.
What?
Jerk's
What?
close. He said with bleach.
No.
That's close.
Bleach. Wait,
I am totally
Bleach?
memeing.
what,
With
Uh,
bleach?
what's a
It's
spirit?
a pun. It's a pun,
Christmas
guys.
spirit.
Oh, that's cute. No, it's with Santitizer
Oh.
instead of
Oh,
sanitizer.
That's funny.
Yes, that's funny. Okay.
These are going in my Christmas cards to my siblings, so it's gonna be all
Oh,
PG,
funny.
okay?
Okay, you guys gotta hear what my friend is doing for his siblings.
What is it?
He's a goofball. I love him. He had the idea to get his face on a shirt and give it to people, but he was like, it's probably a little too much. Like, will people really wear that? So he pivoted, and he put his face on socks instead. And I was like, dude, I'd wear those. Like, that's not like too crazy, but they're still funny.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, man, I want socks with your face on. That's genius.
Did he give you some?
You should have gone the extra mile.
No,
and
I
bought
didn't.
underwear.
I didn't.
Evan's
bring it
back
up,
on
but
break, so I can say it. I got him
bring
for
it up
Christmas.
later.
I'll say what it is after.
Okay. Will he watch the video, like the VOD?
No, he never does.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
He threatens to
Alright.
sometimes because sometimes I'm like, I talked about you on stream today, and he'll be like, oh, I should watch it. I'm like, sure, go ahead, and he never does.
Oh, that's funny. All right. Yeah.
But what I
Yeah.
got him for Christmas is underwear with my face on it, and it says
my
I
God,
licked it,
that's
so
awesome.
it's mine.
That's awesome. I love it. I want it.
Good. That's a good one.
My ex-wife gave me a candle for my birthday once, and it was from Etsy, and it's white, and it says on the outside, "Thanks for all the orgasms."
Oh,
Wait,
that's
I don't know if I
cute.
can say that. I'm sorry if that's a bad.
I got
Bad
Evan when
word.
he first moved in. I got him a like little keychain that says "You're my favorite thing I found on the internet," and I shop on. And it said on the
That's
other side, it said like, "And I shop online a lot," or something like that.
oh,
So it's like that
that's
means a
cool.
lot.
Mhm. Oh, shit. Before I forget, by the way, you can just call me Josh if it's easier.
Okay, gosh.
Josh is here.
Oh,
Joshua.
he in my situation.
Yeah, I don't like my name. It's so common. I hate it.
I don't like
For
that my
that
name's
reason.
common either. My name is Nick, and it's like I like it a little bit, but there's not many
That's
guys.
really sad.
So I guess that's
Yeah.
a win, I suppose.
My brother is the same name as you.
Me?
I
Who?
don't
Yeah,
know
or
what
Josh?
to do in
Oh,
that
okay.
situation.
No, I'm gonna say
That is really
Josh
it's
for
In the
really
in the
sweet that
Kraken
you're a
server,
friend.
there's like 3 Nicks or something, and they call the one guy like by his actual name.
It is really sweet that you're a friend that wants to help out your friend. I don't know what you should do though. Hey, I heard that.
because I think James is the most common name in the world right now.
I heard
currently.
that.
Really?
Hey, listen, the name James is sweet. There's nothing wrong with
It
the
is
name
the
James.
most-
Not
It
where
is.
I live. That's
No.
like a chill.
It is
name.
one of the most common names in the world. I hate my name now because it's common.
My name
Just
is
'cause it's
really uncommon.
Yumi Dom? Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know anyone
true.
else named
No, my
that.
real name, but nobody knows my
Kelly?
real name. That's not my real name.
Oh, okay.
That's my
Yeah.
nickname.
What is that? If that's a nickname, I'm really curious about the origins of it.
It's like kind of based off my real name, but Ash, is my
Oh,
real name not super uncommon?
Yeah,
Like,
I
have
hadn't
you
heard it
ever
before.
exactly? That's why I don't say my real name because like it's not like my name is like, oh, my name's Lauren, and there's like 1,000 of us. No, you can find me so
1,000 of
easily,
us.
so easily.
But
I,
that's
you know,
Okay.
actually, when I had Tinder, when I downloaded Tinder the first time, people messaged my
Yeah.
dad because they found me on Facebook because my name's that unique.
What?
Yes, and it was so
That's fucked
embarrassing.
up.
It was so
like, you know,
embarrassing. And that's why I'm banned from Tinder now because I started going by a different name. I put my nickname on there and people
Oh.
reported me.
What the
That's
hell?
stupid. What
Yep.
the hell? That's
but
fucked
that's
up.
They were like,
also
it's a
kind of
fake
like
account. And I'm like, well, I just don't want my dad to get texted. Because people literally did. Like, it was so
That's
embarrassing.
messed up.
Because I didn't respond to their message. And so they were like, let me go to the source.
Oh, petty, petty.
Yes, I know, men. But yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Gotta love petty people.
Oh, you mean since
But,
we joke about the sexes a lot, what do you think the worst things about men and women?
ooh, that's a.
Since you kind of have like a lot of experience,
Very
I
much.
think you'd be a good
dated
person to talk.
too many women. I had never been in a long term relationship with a woman, unless you count Sarah, but that was like mostly online.
Mhm.
And her and I didn't interact a whole lot. Although we did, we played games together and stuff, but not really one on one super often.
Okay.
But I would say the like pros and cons. How you're asking?
I think so. Like
Yeah.
typical general common behaviors between each of them that
Um,
that tend to be different from each other.
I would say guys are a lot simpler, way
That's true.
simpler.
Yeah.
Guys are like on easy mode most of the time. Which is nice. It
What do
does
you mean by
definitely
easy
have
mode?
like they're very easy to like transactionally have a relationship with. Like
Okay,
that sounds
sure.
bad, but I mean very much like
Fair.
input output is guys, right? Like
Okay.
it is
Yeah.
very like okay, you are kind to them in the morning, they will treat you well at night. Like it's very linear,
Sure.
and I think it's
Okay.
because they don't have as much hormone fluctuation. So
Mm.
it's easier to be baseline. It's easier to be consistent. And also guys as a negative, they do get a lot of like like bad reactions when they have emotion and when they show emotion. So guys generally aren't as
Oh,
emotional,
sure.
which is a bad thing objectively, but
Right.
it objectively makes it easier to have a baseline relationship with them most of the time.
Okay. That's
But girls
interesting.
are like lot more a lot more work, a lot more reassurance usually.
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad thing. And I feel like girls can be way more observant, way more kind, but guys can be too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've met a lot of guys that are super kind and observant and notice, but I feel like girls'
Yeah.
baseline are a lot more predictive. Like girls will like
Mm-hmm.
take something you say and they will like
Oh.
think more, which is a con sometimes, right? Like sometimes it's like, girl, I did not mean that. Like you're like seeing between the lines of like what I was saying. But then
Yeah.
sometimes it's like, oh yeah, you're right. I did say I wanted this and you went out of your way to like I complained about my back once. The reason why I have this pillow
Oh,
is
sure.
because Sarah told Robbie that I said once my back hurt.
Oh.
And so he went and got it for me um because she was like, "Oh, she would love a pillow like that." And it was very
Yeah.
very considerate of her to think about that. And I
Yeah.
think that that is a very big pro with girls that I've noticed a lot is girls are a lot more read between the lines.
Okay. And
Guys not as
that can be good
much, but
sometimes.
yeah. But it's a pro and a con. I
Okay.
feel like it's both.
Subjective. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've noticed I have a stronger like feminine element to my personality than the average dude, which I really like, but sometimes it can be something that I'm
Guys
conscious
that
of.
say that they're feminine usually just means that they have some sort of emotional intelligence. Because
Oh,
it is
actually, that's probably true.
It's not a bad thing though, like at all. I actually prefer it.
Oh, yeah. I really like myself, but sometimes there's always the general pressure of like I feel like I have to be blah blah toxic masculinity to be valid or attractive, and like I'm slowly unlearning it, but it can mess with me sometimes. It's like
It's a lot to
Mhm.
unlearn.
my childhood said no, don't do that at all.
Yeah.
I seriously wonder if my classmates in high school thought I was gay.
I genuinely thought Robbie was.
Mm,
Like, no cap, like really, really thought he was. And I wanted him to be my gay best friend for the longest
yeah.
time. And then I married him. So I don't know.
Mhm.
So I don't
That's the angle, guys.
Right, that's the angle.
Just,
That's what we have to
just
do.
appear
Show emotion.
gay, become friends, profit.
Yep. That's
That's funny.
we got it. We got our game
No,
plan now.
one day I'll meet someone that's I'm sure.
Yeah,
Exactly, Jerk.
definitely.
You can't
It's
rush
just
it.
really hard to fucking find.
But you
I mean,
can't
I
just give up
really
either.
didn't think I was ever gonna get married or have a family ever. Like I never thought that was gonna happen, and then it happened at 18.
It's really cool.
But I had a lot of ups and downs in like my romantic life, and I until Robbie never was loved by someone. I dated a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see, there's a lot of numbers there, and I put Robbie way earlier just because I thought of him faster. But
See, I don't know.
chronologically, he was
'cause I don't
lower.
know
Sure.
Chronologically, he was
list
way
and what
lower
we're
on the
talking
list.
about.
But
Dude,
like,
would you believe songs of high APM? Jesus.
which one is Evan, by the way? The bottom one.
Obviously.
Obviously, he
The
was with me when I made
bottom.
that list. If I
The
would,
bottom. Oh, sure.
if I would have put, imagine if I would have put someone else, best I ever had,
Have
right
you
next to him.
seen
That's funny.
have you seen all the other things? Like it was pretty fucking obvious who Robbie was and who was Evan.
Yeah, it was super obvious. Like
I wasn't thinking when I saw that.
number 4 threw a gaming controller at me. That guy was crazy.
What the fuck?
So number 4 has a really funny story. Um, he when he dated me, right? I didn't know this, but he had a will they won't they with another girl. I didn't know that. Like
Oh,
I didn't know her. Her name was
mm.
not Montana. I really need to come up with fake names. Anyway, so him and Hannah,
Montana.
Hannah,
Montana.
we're gonna say Hannah. Him and Hannah, that was not her name, but him and Hannah, like, were like this will they won't they off and on relationship. I had no idea. I just thought they were
Mm.
friends, right? That's what he told me. He told me they were friends, and he we dated for just a few weeks, not very long. And I actually hated gamer guys because of him, and I like actively did not date gamer
Oh,
guys. He
okay.
played Dark Souls. I feel like that tells you all you need to know. But that was
I
his
beat
favorite
Dark
game.
Souls.
Fair.
He
fair.
played the heck out of Dark Souls and would get so mad. I didn't play video games. I played Pokemon Go at the time. And so I was like, oh
That's
yeah,
fun.
I mess with video games, right? But like very different. Mine was way more cozy. His was
Yeah.
violent. And he had really bad anger issues. And he would like die in the game and get mad and throw his controller. And sometimes if I was in the same room, he would throw it towards me. And I didn't like that.
Oh,
I didn't like it
that's
at
messed
all.
up.
So I broke up with him basically. I was like, hey, listen, you're throwing tantrums. That's rude.
But that's not a gamer thing. That's an anger issue
I
thing.
I know that now, but
Well,
at the
the
time,
association was there.
that was the only gamer dude I ever dated. You know, I didn't know. I thought, wow, every gamer dude is a toddler.
So
Actually,
he ruined you for the rest of us? That's crazy.
I date
Yeah,
gamers
right.
now. I am a gamer now.
Right.
Lots of dudes be ruining stuff for the rest
Right.
of us.
I mean, we're
Whatever.
just angry toddlers now, apparently.
But anyway, when I was trying to break up with him, it was like in the process. Like I was like, hey, you need to fix yourself, basically. Like I was like, you need to stop having anger issues and stop. Like I was giving him a chance, right? Because I was very forgiving, and I shouldn't have been. But anyway, he kissed this other girl. He kissed Hannah. And I was like, well, obviously, you don't like me. You want to be with that girl. That's fine, right? And I was fine with that. But apparently he still liked me and would talk about me to this girl. Like he would like tell her like, "Oh
Oh,
my goodness, you're not like her. Like she was such a better kisser. Like she was my first time and all this stuff." And like
yeah.
basically would like
Mm.
make this girl hate me. Like even though I had nothing to do with it. I never went to her and was like, "You kissed my boyfriend." Like I didn't care. We weren't that serious. So I had no issue with her kissing my boyfriend at all. I didn't ever talk to interact with the girl ever. Um, she hated me so
Mm.
much though, and she was popular. She hated me
Mm.
so much. She found my number from him, right? And got all of her girlfriends to text me every day, sending me
Oh my
Kermit the
god.
Frog's "Hang Yourself" memes.
What the fuck?
Terrible, like
What the
all the
hell?
time, the worst things. And it was kind of funny. Not the memes, right? That part wasn't funny. Um,
Right.
but they would like I would get like spam messages every day, like so many over this guy that I dated for just a couple weeks. Like we were not that serious. Um, and it made me so mad. And I eventually later in the year attempted to, you know, control alt delete,
Mm-hmm.
as you guys know.
Mm-hmm.
And she thought it was because of her. She felt really bad. And she was like messaging me. I was like, "I'm so sorry," blah blah blah. And I was like, it unrelated, but like that was rude. Like that was a rough couple of months. And it was
Yeah.
around the same time, but it was unrelated. Like I wasn't thinking about that when it happened. But
Mm-hmm.
but she did apologize later, and like now we're on good terms, I guess. She like wrote me a whole like Word doc about how she was just really jealous and how he kept talking about me and comparing them, and it gave her a complex, and so she thought that I was trying to do it even though I literally never talked to her. I don't know.
Sure. Hmm.
Yes, I didn't know that. So what you just said was news to me. The other two might have known it, but you forget I'm still new. So
Oh,
Mm.
yeah. My lore. So yeah, I had to go to crazy jail when I was 16. I took 40
Mhm.
Flexerol pills
That's
and
bad.
tried. Yeah, not the best. I had to like put coal in my stomach. Fun.
Oh.
And
I had a tube down my throat, like went like
Oh
this.
no.
mm,
Boop boop boop.
Hey, that still happens to this day.
right,
So funny,
except
hilarious,
it's
actually.
something else.
Second monitor.
Something,
I know, right?
something else other than a tube down the throat. But
That's funny.
But you know what? I also because I was tripping really hard, I feel so bad about this to this day. I remember so vividly, I was having a really bad nightmare when they put me, because they had to put me in an ambulance and everything, right? Because I was like not responsive. And I
Mm.
remember that I thought I was getting abducted by aliens so vividly. I was
Oh.
clawing nurses. I felt so embarrassed
Wow.
afterwards. Like the nurses, when I like woke up and was like talking to them, they were like, "You were a bitch," and I was like, "Sorry."
Oh.
Like they
Mm.
straight up told me. I was like,
Wow.
"Yeah, yeah." Like one of the nurses showed me the claw marks on her, and I was like,
Oh.
because I was in the hospital for like 2 days. Like
Yeah.
I saw him again, and she literally showed me the claw marks. She's like, "You did this to me when I was trying to save your life," and I was like, "You shouldn't have tried."
Oh.
But I mean, I don't think I said that, but I thought it. But yeah, it
Yeah.
was really
Yeah.
embarrassing. Like so
mm,
embarrassing seeing the damage that I caused to another person because I
That
was
sucks. Yeah.
crying for help, basically.
I
But
hope
mhm.
she would understand at least. Like.
yeah, I think she
Yeah.
showed me just to like show me the
Oh.
consequences of my actions, like the like natural consequence of like, hey, you did this to another person.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't think she was trying
Yeah.
to be rude. I mean, I message was heard, I was like, I'm never doing that again.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
All right,
All right.
guys, I'm gonna log off. Y'all be good.
Have a good night,
All right.
Kashka.
You.
Well,
Or
Bye
day.
no,
bye.
no promises.
Funny.
Mhm. But yeah,
But it's why I'm such a
I
big
guess.
believer in self love now and like, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So since Yumi told me a little bit about her lore, I guess I'll do the same. Since I think the only one that actually does know a little bit will be Ash, because we talked yesterday.
You told me a lot of your lore yesterday about your car crash
Well,
and the coma.
yes, but there's a lot more than just that. Like the biggest thing right now that I forgot to tell you that I've already told Ash. is like with jokes, I really don't see jokes. So unless you tell me it's actually a joke, I'm gonna have no idea you're actually joking. So
Hmm.
like when you did it earlier, Yumi, and you said you went back and said it was a joke. I didn't know it was a joke until you said it was a joke.
Like hyper literal?
Yes, like hyperliteral.
Do you have the tism?
Like it's it's part of the brain damage. It's one of the
Okay.
things I don't
Oh, okay.
see is
Yeah.
jokes. You know, I don't see jokes. I don't see emotions. Like I told you, I won't know
Oh,
you're
wow.
pissed off, and you're like, oh, you be able to tell.
I'm really
That's quite the.
sarcastic. That's probably going to be rough for you. I'm sorry in advance.
No, you're fine. I can understand it sometimes. I pick up on it sometimes, but then other times it's hard to. So if I
For
just
me,
randomly ask a question, don't be alarmed.
it
And
can depend. There's like certain people that have like tone, they use tones or like lack of tone that I can't
yeah, it's like
understand.
text.
I feel like I'm
So
super
like
It's
some
obvious when I'm
some
sarcastic.
people, yeah, I don't have a problem with you. There's like a handful of people that are like, and I have like anxious thoughts, like attachment to. So I'd be like, I don't know, if they're joking. Did they not
yeah,
like me? Like, did I do something wrong? I don't know what's going on.
I don't think anybody has
But
a problem with Yumi.
it's not
Let's be honest.
I have some beef with
super.
Yumi.
I
Honestly,
bet you do.
she's
I
lame.
bet. Mhm.
Yeah.
Dude, her and
But
I fist fight
anyway.
all the time.
Oh my god.
We used to knife fight, but
Oh
she
my
stopped
god.
doing that because Robbie
But
made me
you
stop.
know, the other thing
It is
I'm
That's good.
embarrassing
gonna.
though when I was at work. People like because my scars are really old now. You can't even see them on camera. But
Oh, okay.
at work sometimes kids would point them out, and I'd be like, I can
Oh,
kind
like
of see
what's
it.
that? And like,
Yeah, and I'd be like,
uh,
I fell down the
tattoo.
stairs.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
So you can kind of. It's really hard to see them. And I have some up here, but it's really hard to see. There, it's been
It's
like
like a
9
V.
years now. It's an X.
Dude, he's trying
It
to
is
show
kind of hard to
something and
see.
your ad comes on.
Oh, here. Let me turn the flashlight on.
Small
You can see
screen.
him. Do you have a mustache, Aaron? Oh my goodness, you do. You're so cute. Can you see it
But
any better?
uh,
It's really old, but they are there.
yeah,
So, no, you can't really tell.
You're small screened right now because the ad, so I can't really
yeah.
see shit.
I can't really see, but that's not saying much because I don't see a lot of things. So.
You can see a little bit better in this light. They're really
Yeah,
old.
there's like two scars next to it as
Yeah, I
well.
used to see a few scars
And I
now.
Can you
have
show it
on my
again in like
thighs,
30
I have yeah.
seconds?
Oh.
This one was the worst one. What the funniest part is my family never noticed. They
Really?
and these were deep.
Oh.
These ones especially on my wrist,
There we go.
like they were super deep.
The ad is gone now. Okay,
That's
I can
crazy.
see. Oh, the X.
Yeah,
You
I
can
can
see the
see
X.
him now.
There's more lines, but it's kind of hard to see. But there's lines all up. It's really hard to see. The X is the most obvious because that was the deepest one. Because
Mhm.
when I made the X, it was like open, right? So like that those ones
Yeah.
separated the most. But I also had
Oh.
my thighs. You can't really tell because it's kind of like disguised with my stretch marks now. But I did have
Okay.
all
That's
my
kind of cool.
thighs, and I had
Mhm.
here really bad. Not saying it's good. Not saying you should do it, but
If
definitely
it does
did.
make you feel something.
Yeah, made me feel
I have this weird thing
stupid.
where if I notice someone has cut marks, I don't know how to word it, but it's almost like um some sort of like I relate to that. I want to like get to know you, or I don't want to put the word cool on it, but there's
I think it's just like a
something
visual
about it.
show that like you've been
Yeah.
through stuff. Like
Yeah.
I feel like when you're
Yeah.
someone that struggles with mental health, if you see someone else that also looks like they're
Yeah.
struggling with mental health, like when someone comes in, and they're picking up or dropping off their kid, and they look so tired. I can see their circles under their eyes. Their hair is
Yeah.
all frizzed out. I'm like,
Mhm.
I want to
Mhm.
talk to that girl because
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
relate.
like that.
I
Mhm.
totally I see that they're struggling. I've struggled too. I get it. I've been there, am there.
Mhm.
understand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it
I
makes
just like
people more
helping people.
approachable too.
Mm-hmm.
I just like helping people. So if I think somebody's gonna need help, then I'll go over and talk to them.
That's really kind.
Yeah, I'm a kind person, I guess.
Just a
But
person.
yeah, just a person.
Well,
I'm just
Astral's
me.
mean. Astral's a meanie head.
Hey, I'm a dick.
He is a dick. He's a dick
Addicted
to
to
me all
you.
the damn time.
I'm addicted to the madness.
To be fair, though, I asked for it because I give him shit all due. So it's all fair.
Astral's so fun to bully, though. Like, I feel like some people low-key ask for it because their reactions are funny. Stop being so funny when
My
you get bullied.
reaction's just very indifferent.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
I don't
Dude,
know, I
Evan gets
welcome it,
so
like I said.
tilted. It's so funny when he gets mad. It's so funny. He's so
No,
fun to
I
mess with.
just lean into it. Kind of go with it.
Exactly. Lean into it, go with it, take them.
Evan gets so confused. I love it.
Just like what they did to me in school. I just lean into it, ran with it.
Just beasted.
I
Yep,
wish
just
I
beasted.
had that idea when I was in school. It probably would have helped me a lot.
I did.
So kind of just ended up either like trying to take it or avoid it, and not sure what to do about it. I was like, I want to be friends with these people, but they're being mean.
People
Right,
made rumors all the time that I would like do terrible stuff. Like there was rumors where I would be giving oral support
Mhm.
on the school bus, and
Oh
like
wow,
I never did that.
that's
That's too
rough.
brazen. I was never that brave.
Oh,
You know, I have too much social
yeah.
anxiety. But I did, and then like
Mhm.
I had a rumor that like I went behind the like dumpsters one time with a guy, and I was like, I never even know that guy. I don't even. But like I would just say yeah. Like when people would ask me, I'd be like, yep,
Yep.
not you though, and then walk away. I'd be like, if you're asking for a freebie, nope. I didn't
That's
mind
the way
it
to
though.
do it, though.
It's like when it comes to rumors, there's so much of a yeah-huh, not-huh. Like you defend yourself, you just say, no, I didn't do that. Who cares? You know, if people already think that you did it, if you say no, they're not gonna change their mind if that you did it. And I
Right.
just never cared. I was just like, whatever, think whatever you want.
Hell yeah, I did. Got the 20.
Yep, that's the way to be. Don't give a fuck what everybody thinks. Just think about yourself.
But I did have rumors all the time, especially with my second boyfriend in high school. I had rumors all the time that I cheated on him, which I thought was crazy because he cheated on me.
Oh.
But people would tell me all the time, like, "Oh, you cheated with what is that? What is 10,000 with the animated me?"
You should pull your thing down again.
Yeah, pull it down.
Is that the cheer thing?
So, is that a part of the skirt?
Yeah, no, it's shorts. It's shorts.
Oh, those are shorts, because those are so cool.
Yeah, it's shorts, but like a skirt.
Oh, cool.
It's like a skirt, but shorts. And I love it.
I love that's actually really
And
cool. You get to.
it has a pocket. I love my
That's where I
pockets.
thought we're. Oh,
I love
it's
my
not
pockets.
symmetrical.
Pockets make me
Okay.
so happy.
I have a lot of fun with stuff that is asymmetrical. I think.
Dude,
that should
yes.
be
I
explored
love
more.
skirt short combos because like I can, especially on stream, I don't need to be scared of like flashing people, but I get to be cutesy. I love skirts.
Yeah, so cool. I love it.
What does that mean? Okay, he DM'd me on Snap, so I'm going on Snap.
Uh-oh.
You went to your Twitch just to say that?
1,000 bits, I DM'd you.
That's so crazy.
Look at my question I asked you. My question is, why?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a...
Oh, yeah.
I
Okay,
don't
I don't know what
sound
that
like
means.
I'm completely...
What are bits? Like, okay, the
Like
cheer.
the Twitch bits?
Oh, okay, that's cheer. It's cheer. Okay, I gotta do my cheer. I'm gonna mute in Discord, so
There's a
cloud
cheer?
comms.
Hey, yo.
Okay. I'm gonna cheer. I don't know how to do this very well. Scooch my chair back. Woo! Cheer. 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 Aaron says he wants to cheer too. You can cheer over there.
That's awesome.
That's a really good year.
Okay.
It's a lot less
Well, she goes
cheerleader like than I thought she would be.
Right?
was
And
what?
she
She goes-
said she
she
couldn't
goes hard.
dance, but yet that.
Did I do bad?
No,
No, it was good.
I was
For
trying to
somebody that
keep him
says
with
they can't
rhythm.
dance.
I really like the enthusiasm.
I was trying to give it my all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know what that means. It might be like 2 cents. I don't know. But thank you.
I want to say you just take off 2 zeros.
I really am the worst streamer.
I want to say
I don't
one.
know the science,
I don't know. It's been a while since I've. Let me look it up.
but I appreciate it very much.
Yeah, I don't know.
If my internet would work, because I'm curious. I want to know things.
Yeah, I might Google it too. It's 10,000 and then 1,000. The 10,000 animation looks cooler. Look how it like shatters into pieces and then goes back into a star and then breaks apart and then goes back into a star. So cool.
There, I got my phone out.
Mm.
100 bits is 140. Oh, did they raise the price since I've seen it last? Twitch keeps 40 cents as their share, meaning streamers receive $1 for every 100 bits. So 1 bit is a penny that you.
Okay.
get.
So
Mm.
so move the 0 twice.
Yeah, pretty
So
much.
$10. Wait, is that one $100 then?
No, 10.
No, the one above
$10.
that.
Right? Oh my God! Wait,
Is that one?
I'm just
No, wait.
surprised someone.
No.
What?
There's no way that's
He's
$100.
surprised.
No, it's not.
I am also in denial. I'm sorry. 10,000 bits, 126 bucks. So Twitch would take the 26.
Okay, well
I-
that one that's a cheer for
Is 10,000?
10,000. Yeah.
Jesus,
I'm a celebrity now.
you are. You're
It's
gonna be
a lot of
famous.
money just to see your cheer.
Right?
I've been instructed to don't get me banned. Don't get me banned, but I'll do this. Okay. Like
Hey, as long as there's no hate
Like,
speech.
like that. Oh, my
Mhm.
Christmas socks are in frame.
Oh, cool. Are they fuzzy?
Of course they
Yeah,
are.
they
They're
fuzzy.
mismatched.
Oh, let's go.
The mismatched
That's
socks.
a 200.
That's a 200. What is?
Like, why would this get you banned?
Oh, I won't repeat what he told me to do. I'll DM him.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I've gotten cheered before, I think. But thank
How
you.
exciting.
I don't know what else to say now. I have imposter syndrome and I want to melt into the floor.
Oh,
I'm not that interesting.
that's your opinion.
But are you
Right.
interested?
Interested in
You
what?
know what helped me once when I was worried about like if people would find me attractive is someone said that you might not be your type. It's like, yeah, I'm not attracted.
That's
to
actually
dudes, but,
really
like,
cute.
Yeah. So like what I might find good looking on a dude isn't necessarily what other people would look at me and say, be like, no, I like you, not what you think you should look like.
I like
Mhm.
features on myself of myself sometimes. It like varies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like sometimes I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
goodness, that is so. Well, I
Yeah,
think it might be worth 220, but I think that like it's a percentage right? Like what?
It's yeah, what the
'Cause, Twitch takes a
person
percentage, right?
watching, the viewer would pay versus what you get. Yeah.
Because he messaged me and said he sent me 200, but yeah, I do think they take a cut of it.
Oh, okay.
But I very much appreciate it. And
It's so cool.
Robbie and Evan aren't gonna believe me. They're gonna be like, "No, nobody likes you that much." It's like,
Hey,
I
we're
mean,
in your chat every day, so we gotta
I was
make
gonna
you somehow
say
should-
right.
we're in here,
it-
so we're in here supporting you, watching
This is
you.
just
and
one
I
big
appreciate
joke
it.
that I'm gonna compile all of our time together and like put it on YouTube to make fun of
That's so mean.
you. No, I'm just kidding, of course, but
I would believe that. I'm starting to
Yeah,
tear up a
really.
little, actually.
you
My eyes are getting
you've had
glossy.
a lot of bad experiences with stuff like that,
stingy
No,
some bitch.
I haven't. But like, I just
or like
believe
things related, not necessarily that specifically.
Atari ate my fruit cup. Did you put it on the ground? Atari put it on the ground? Dang it. Sorry, baby.
I don't want you to tear up.
Oh, I'm okay.
I'll
I totally, I just overthink. And so, like, I do
Yeah.
assume that everyone that hangs out with me secretly hates me. Like, I just assume it. And it's okay. I understand that most people in my
I have
life are
some trouble with
temporary.
that.
It's just how it
Yeah.
is.
Hate and love
Yeah.
are just two sides of the same coin.
You hate
Mhm.
me?
That's not what I said.
I don't
I
hate you.
need
Close
a
to
lot
what you
of
said.
reassurance, and like some people's personalities just like kind of fight my mind a lot, and
Mhm.
so it'll stick in there for a while. Like, well, in the past when I've asked for either reassurance or asked about this, it's caused me more pain and or for them to separate from me, which maybe that's what needs to happen, but it's painful. Like, can I handle that right now? I don't.
I
Why?
have a
So-
rough time giving reassurance constantly. I give it in like waves. Like, I'm
Oh,
really
sure.
good at reassurance, but if I'm not emotionally regulated, I
Mm-hmm.
like I will be mean and I feel really bad about it. But like I do like if I'm in a really bad mood, I will say stuff that I don't mean and I'll tell them all the time like I'll be
Oh.
like, "Hey, I'm going to say some mean shit. Don't talk to me." Like I and like most of the time in a relationship, they just say, "Okay," and then leave me alone. Evan cannot
Okay.
leave me alone. He like is physically incapable. So like
Oh, sure.
him and I get into spats all the time because he will be like, "No, I want to spend time with you. No, I want to talk to you." And I'm like, "Leave me alone. I'm gonna hurt your feelings." And then I hurt his feelings, and cycle.
Okay. Yeah.
And I feel bad.
Yeah, see, I'm the exact same way. If I tell you to get away from me and leave me alone, let me calm down, and then I'll come back and talk to you. But you
I
stay
know
and try to talk to
myself.
me
I
when.
know I'm not nice whenever I'm angry. I'm just not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a kind
Exactly.
person. In my heart, I'm a very like red hot headed, like mean when I get mad. Like when I get irritated, I do not give a heck. Like I am rude. But
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I, at my core
Yep.
as a person, don't want to be rude. I'm a kind person. I'm not mean. I'm not mean as a person. So when I feel like my body is like kind of like overriding the person I want to be, it's really hard
Yeah.
for me. So I'm like, I want to isolate. I want
Okay.
to be by myself so I don't have to put this juju on anybody else. Like I don't want anyone to
Yeah.
share in my pissy. You know?
Mhm. That makes
Yeah,
What we
I
say in our
understand
family is
that.
sharing our grouchy.
sense.
I understand that 100% because I am the exact same way. It's like I'm a real asshole when I'm fucking pissed off. And I will say shit that will hurt your feelings. Like I will
Mm.
attack the thing that you care about the most, and
I
I
cannot.
don't want to be like that.
It'll make me feel. Really
Yeah, it
bad
makes me feel like
inside.
shit.
I
It
used
makes
to
me
be a
feel like
lot
shit
worse about it,
afterwards.
but and not as bad anymore. But I used to be really rude about it.
Mm.
You know, if you attack the thing I care about the most, you would never do that because you would feel bad.
Are you
I just.
insinuating that I would attack myself?
I'll pick up on
I was
others.
insinuating that it'd be you, but I wasn't insinuating that you would do that. I wasn't talking to you specifically.
Oh.
Pick up on others' emotions too much to
But
accidentally do stuff.
It's
I'll,
really sweet though.
you
That was
know,
some second monitor shit.
I'm really good at turning things around when people try to piss me off.
Mm.
Mm,
I'm good at just like when someone tries to make me mad, I just ignore them for the most part. I'm really like,
oh,
and it's not even me trying to be rude. It's just like a defense mechanism. Like I'm just like, bloop,
okay.
wall.
For me, it's
I'll.
the other way around. I
Like,
like to mess with people then.
Yeah, I'm like Ash. I'll like to mess with them, or I'll laugh. Like it's just my way of dealing with it. I don't
I'll
It becomes like a game.
exactly a game.
I like
Great way to
marinate
put
my
it,
own
Ash.
anger uncomfortably before I do anything to anyone else. It's,
I wish I could just keep it up. Like I am very reactive, which is why I just
sure.
peace out. But I do
Mhm.
before I like anger issues run really hard in my family, bad,
Okay. Yeah.
like really bad, and I am my dad's daughter for sure.
Mm.
Uh,
Mm.
I'm just way better at like being like, okay, I'm the problem. I need to leave. I need to
Sure.
not be
Yeah.
here. But I used to be really bad about like being super like in people's face and like red hot,
Mm.
pissed whenever
I
people
could
were
see
being
it.
mad. Not like that anymore. I'm way better now. But you know what? We can't fight what we're born as, like what we are intrinsically inside of ourselves. That we can fix to make ourselves better.
Yeah.
You can rewire.
Takes time.
Take the substance. Is that what you're saying, Ash?
I would take your substance, but that's not what I said.
I want to take your substance.
I feel like this is a lie, but
A
Uh-huh.
reassurance time pivot.
Hmm.
I wouldn't need it all the time. I just need it once in a while. Like there'll be something in particular that like I'm not sure about. I'm
I've
like
already
I need
told
to
you that
either
I.
ask or what were you
Yeah.
thinking? What did you mean by this?
Hmm. That's Evan's thing too. Is he will like read into everything I say and he'll be like, "What does this mean? What did this
No.
mean? What did this mean?" I'm like, "Oh my goodness, it meant um I don't know, womp womp. That's what it meant."
When I said womp
wait,
womp, it meant womp womp.
Yeah,
you're not even
exactly.
gonna do the girl thing to him?
The girl thing. I mean,
Yeah. If you really loved me, you would know what I meant.
Oh my god.
Right.
no, I don't do that one very often.
There
But
are
That's
a
a
lot of
dirty
girls
trick.
that do that.
I've already told you, like, this
Yeah,
is
I
how
know
I
it's a
get my
dirty trick.
reassurance is I record stuff that he says. Like, this one is him talking about how he won the lottery being with me. And I just, anytime I need reassurance, I'm like,
Oh, cool.
Oh, evil.
I'll
Evil.
I
say stuff
record
like
what he
that
says all
too.
the time. This one is him
Hmm.
winning the lottery. This is Aaron telling me that he's my best friend.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
my kids are involved. They are not safe.
Let's see.
This is one of after we had a fight where
Time to call CPS.
he basically said that like it wasn't worth fighting because he loses his best friend. You know,
Oh,
really
cool.
cute.
Yeah.
And then this
He,
was when he spent the entire day away from me and missed me, and he just like the entire store, like he just saying how much he missed me, and I'm like,
mm. Mm, that's cool.
so I keep him. I keep him for
I still
personal
have
reasons.
stuff from my relationship that I come across every once in a great while. Like, oh, cool, she didn't hate. And, like, obviously, but it's hard not to like get my mind stuck in that, like, because I some problem with abandonment and the way we dealt with the separation was very different. It messed with me more.
When you have that final memory of someone and it's so negative, it can be hard to remember the positive.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fair.
So I actually I really like stumbling upon that. That was like a week ago that I found something that was just like the most sweet, like, hey, thanks for being so patient, like you're the best, you're meant to be and
Aw,
stuff like that. Yeah.
that's really sweet.
she was going through a lot of stuff with like stress with like school and work, and like it was hard to cope with like some of the friction between us, and it just required a lot of patience. And
It can be hard,
yeah.
especially if you're someone that um
Mhm.
internalizes stuff a lot. It can be really hard to accept that another person's super negative emotions, especially when it's like way up here.
Yeah.
Expect that it's not your fault and it's just their own fluctuations, it's just their
Mhm.
own stuff. Especially when you're
Mhm.
hanging out with them every day, like it's really easy to assume responsibility.
Yeah. I think what would have helped a little more if just like people in general, if they're more like direct or upfront. This is probably just the tism talking, but like
Yeah, you sound like Evan.
yeah, about like how they feel or what they're thinking.
Anytime we
Yeah.
have a disagreement, I'm like, oh, I just got emotional. And he's like, well, if you would have just told me. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to tell you.
Yeah.
I don't want to say what it is. I want you to just, I don't know.
Pick up on it. Yeah.
Last night we had a little bit of a disagreement, because I was like
Okay.
throwing attitude his way, and I didn't really know why. I just had a
Okay.
stressful day. Like I was just like, the kids were a lot when went out to dinner, and I was just kind of overwhelmed,
Sure.
and I had to go put them down, and I had to do dishes. It was just like a lot of stuff on my plate, and I had to mop the
Yeah.
floor and like a lot of stuff. And
Okay. Yeah.
and so I was like giving him attitude, and he was in a game, and he thought that was why I was giving
Mm.
him attitude, but it was really just that I
Okay.
had A through Z to do, and it had nothing to
Sure.
do with him. He was fine to play his game. Like he
Yeah.
worked all day, like it's okay. But
Mhm.
he was like, what is your problem with me? Like you keep being sassy and rude. And I left
Mhm.
the room, and we have this meme where if I put black lipstick on, it means I want it rough. That's what
Oh,
I mean.
sure.
And so I said, I'll tell you in 5 minutes. Left the room, put black lipstick on, and I came back out into the front room, and I was like doing sleeping and stuff, and I was like, like,
Yeah.
and he was
Oh, he
still
finally
mad.
broke down and got to bed.
Who?
Well, he said he didn't want to get a bed because it was so expensive.
Oh, he's talking to someone else. Um, but anyway, I was talking to him, and he was like, "What's wrong? Like, what is the issue?" And I was like, "Ugh, I just don't want to tell you." And he hadn't looked at me this entire time, and
Oh, sure.
so he like rage quit his game, was like super
Oh.
pouty. He was like, "You won't tell me anything," and then he saw
No.
me, and he was like, "Oh, that's why you're giving me attitude." And I'm like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "Let's go to the room."
Oh,
He's like,
that's
let's go to
funny.
bed." And I was like,
That's
"Yes,
cool.
sir." But he was
That's
so
cool.
irritated until he understood. Like as soon as he understood, he was
Yeah.
fine. And if I would have told him, I could have. But I was still bratty. Like I was still in like a brat mode. I didn't want to tell him, you know.
Yeah.
And that's my issue. Like that's where we clash. Is I am when I hate saying stuff. I get really like
Interesting.
issues saying stuff verbally. That's why I'm so expressive, and that's why I'm like
Okay.
I say stuff so non-verbally. And he has issues with
Mhm.
non-verbal cues most of the time, but not as much with me because I'm
Okay.
so cartoony, as he says.
Mm.
But
Well, I was watching it. I started.
I just think it's funny that had like we had that like almost exact same interaction last night where he was like, "I wish you would just tell me." Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You are telling me.
The lipstick.
cat?
That's I actually really
know.
like that.
Yeah, we had to come up with that because it was a problem. I would just be bratty, and then like
No,
afterwards I'd be like,
we have
"Why
a
didn't you
dog, a
why
cat,
didn't you bend
a
me over the
lion,
counter?"
how many more rabbits you or
And
how
he's
many
like,
more
because
pets
if
you can get.
you were actually mad at me for something, that's just kind of low key domestic abuse. Or like, what do you mean? Like,
I'm talking about in the house. Got the
Yeah.
he's like,
rabbits in the house, the dogs in
if
the
we're
house.
actually fighting, and I just start doing you, that's messed up. And I was like, well,
Yeah.
sometimes I just want you to put me in my place. And so that was our compromise. Was he was like, okay, if you're wearing the black lipstick, that is
Have some
you.
sort of sign.
He's like,
Yeah.
you'll have to clarify. Like if I'm wearing black lipstick and I don't want that, I have to say it. Like I have to be like, hey, listen, I'm just doing this for a
Or
makeup look.
save it only for that if you're willing. You know.
Yeah, it's a pretty good system so far. I like it.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
You hear my dog? That was so loud. It wants to be let
Yeah,
out.
I didn't.
That was aggressively loud.
Hmm.
I do need to end stream soon though, because I have to get dressed to go pick up James.
Cool.
But I had a lovely
Sounds
time
like
talking
fun.
to you. Had a
Mhm.
lovely day.
I mean, enjoy every time talking to you.
Aw,
Even though I didn't talk much, I listened.